Hey, this is Aero the Acro-Bat for the Super Nintendo 1993. Welcome to my playthrough of it, made by Sunsoft. So far, not a bad game. I unfortunately cannot skip any of this, so we're just going to sort of watch it. There's no story, no cutscene, we just jump in. Each stage is going to have a unique thing that I have to do. Like here I have to find 7 star platforms. And the game's a little unique in the sense that I don't have a standard attack. I have to find stars, as you'll see in the top corner. Otherwise, I can do this like sort of drill attack, and I can do it down and right, but I can't ever just attack. Well, it's not that I can't ever. Without the stars, I can't ever just attack an enemy. I always kind of have to dive at them, which adds an interesting element to the game. But not only do I have to just dive at the enemies, but I can also use my arrow attack to reach higher ledges and such, which you'll see me do later. Like at the peak of my jump, I can do that to get extra height. The game's pretty generous with lives. You get lives for points, you can find lives lying around, and if you get all of the items, you don't have to kill all of the enemies, but if you get all of the items, you'll get a perfect round bonus at the end of the stage, which will also award you with a life. That being said, spikes are instant kills, and the game is a little bit difficult. It definitely has a good amount of challenge to it. The control is really good, but the dive attack aspect adds an interesting and sometimes frustrating challenge to it. You miss enemies that you don't mean to miss, etc., etc. See, now that I have a star, I can actually shoot stars, and you'll see me do it a little later, probably not in this stage. Those are checkpoints. You can see I get to push cannons. This is pretty cool. Hit down to go inside. Later, you want to worry about how much of the cannon power you use, because there will be spiked ceilings. We're going to wait a minute here. There we go. This will take me to a warp to a bonus stage. And we'll see these around, and you'll notice that the warp comes and goes, which I think is a little weird, but I think it's kind of cool because it helps keep the warps hidden. Like, not only do you have to find where a warp is located, but you have to find it while the warp is on the screen. Let's get that guy. Yeah, like there's an instance where I had to use my drill attack to reach a higher area. I think there is a clown, a big clown up here. Yeah, those big clowns take 3 hits to kill. But they block a lot of your shots, and I don't really understand how to kill them all that well, so now we're going to use a drill attack there. Usually I just sort of avoid them. Eventually, at some point, though, I'm going to have to master fighting them. Like, here's a good example. We got to wait for the warp. There we go. Aero the Acro-Bat is now dead, right? That's the famous. I always heard it with an axe. You know, you have an axe, and it's your favorite axe, but the blade chips one day, and so you got to replace the blade, and then one day later, you know, sometime later, then the handle cracks, so you got to replace the handle. Is it still the same axe? I mean, you replaced both parts of it. There's another version with a boat where one by one you replace all the boards in a boat. Is it still the same boat? At which point was it no longer the same boat? When it was 51% replaced? Etc., etc. The point is, though, is that it's a philosophical thing. The cells in your body constantly die and regenerate, so are you really the same person? Those usually get me. If you touch the fire, that's an instant death. So you have to jump in the middle of that ring perfectly. And right now, rings are just for bonuses, but in later stages, there will be an objective to get on all the rings. So it's pretty cool. The game gives you lots of different variety. I think it's weird you have to jump on the platform X amount of times, at least at first. Later you'll see that there are platforms that like you'll want to have multiple chances. Like you'll want to land on a platform and then use it to reach like a secret area or something, so it's nice that you get multiple tries. Oh, and that's it. There's so much to learn about. In the top right you can see the little gray star box. That's how many star platforms I had left. My lives are in the top right. The A's in the bottom left corner, that's my life. Every time I get hit, I lose one. When I run out, I die. I find I more often than not hit a spike or something first, but we'll jump in here. and I apparently did not collect everything. Apparently I did a really shitty job. I got no time bonus or anything, but okay, that's it. That's it for stage 1, so we'll do Act 2 in the next video. So until then, I hope you all enjoyed watching. I enjoyed playing. This is a really good game, so stick around. Until then, good night. Hey, this is stage 2. Welcome back to Aero the Acro-Bat for the Super Nintendo. And here I have to find a key to unlock the cage to release my female friend, my companion or something. I don't know if she has a name. She probably does. I don't know what it is though, because the game doesn't really tell you much about the story. Here we're only going to collect 2 of these A's. We're going to take the top ladder. We're going to collect the top A. We're going to leave all the others because really we want to go all the way over here to the left. These are one-way gates, by the way. So I can't go back. We're going to hit the checkpoint, kill this little spinning cloud up in the air. I do like the music. I like the backgrounds, by the way. I didn't get to show it to you last time. All the people in the audience watching the Circus Act go down. Apparently the story is... Excuse me there. Apparently the story is some bad guy is like taking over the circus or some nonsense. And here we're going to bait this guy to get way over here. Get away from me, you jerk. This is why we grab the A's, because this guy's a big pain in the ass. I don't really understand what his thing is. You don't want to push this cannon all the way to the right, and you don't want to launch yourself full speed. Because as you can see, there's spikes up there, and if you launch yourself at full capacity, or whatever you want to call it, you'll launch yourself right up into the spikes and die. There's going to be a couple of areas like that as the game goes by, as to learning not only where you need to put the cannons or any other machines that we're going to come in contact with, but also as to like how much energy you should use to fire them off. And again, we're just going to dodge this guy as best as we can. We can kill him. You can dive bomb him. He takes a couple of hits. Enemies don't really show that they've done any damage. Like when you hit an enemy, like when you hit an enemy, they don't really like flash or anything. So I can never really tell if I hit the guy or he blocked my shot. But they block a lot, so I try to just avoid them. On my second way through here, now we're going to collect the rest of the A's and refill any amount of life that I might have lost trying to do the cannon. And I did that cannon thing because I wanted to get the key. I didn't really point that out, but I'm sure y'all saw. I picked up a key which is going to unlock the cage. I do need both. Now this is the first little tricky section. Hopefully I can fall into that. And if you do this quick enough, there you go. You can do it just like that, and you can use the dive bomb. Now this little electric thing allows me to do 2 attacks in the air, which I don't think I have enough time. There we go. I did 2 of them. It's not exactly clear that it does that, but that's its purpose. If I die, I'll lose it, so I want to try to keep it because it makes some of these sections just a little bit easier, especially this one coming up. And when you fall on items, the hit detection is it's a little exact. You think that like maybe the hitbox would be a little bit forgiving and allow you to pick up an item if your arm or your wing touches it, but no, you kind of have to be sort of like dead center mass on an object. And it's good to have the double charge for this. You can do this portion. Whoa, that's going to be a death. Well, shit. You can do that section with only 1 charge, but it's a little bit more difficult. Unfortunately, the wing thing doesn't come back, so there's no way I can go back up there and try that again. And I forgot, this clown is possibly one of the most annoying fucking clowns. And he seems to have left me alone. Now, here is a little secret hole in the floor that you can fall through. And watch out for this guy. There he is. I do have time in the bottom right corner. You don't have to beat the stage in that amount of time, but if you do beat the stage in that amount of time, you get a bonus. I think that's why I didn't get the perfect bonus last time. It's because I didn't beat the stage fast enough, but it's okay. You get an extra life for getting a perfect round, but you get extra lives for points and stuff, so lives shouldn't be too big of an issue, especially not this early on. Ah, you jerk. This guy's kind of annoying. I meant to charge down like that. There we go. And another one. And another one. Sometimes that happens. You end your dive attack at just the right moment where the enemy is. There's nothing over there to the right. Whoa! Forgot about that guy. I can jump down here, I believe it's down and X. And we want to be dead center. Pick it up. And there's nothing to the left, just another way to get across the spikes. When you're on this little unicycle, nothing can hurt you. And I do like the animations. Aero has a lot of character, a lot of balancing, a lot of hanging, a lot of swinging, a lot of diving, etc., etc. And this is one of them. And that's it. That's the end of the stage. But I do kind of want to show this a little bit. I missed, so I won't get the perfect bonus. But I'm waiting for his I'm bored animation. There we go. If you stand around, Aero does a couple little tricks. I was always a big fan of those as a kid. You know, I used to like to just stand around and watch what the characters do. Bobbing his head. We got a little bit of time. Come on, one more. We'll wait one more. We'll do one more. What you got, Aero? What you got for us? The handstand again. Okay, and all we gotta do is just pop up here. Hey, what's up, girl? You could tell she does her squat. She had some thick-ass thighs. Just how I like them. And that's it. That's the end of stage 2. Extra life. Oh, I did get the perfect round. Way to go. That's odd, I didn't get all of the items. This will be Circus Act 3, find 15 star platforms. But as always, we're going to do every stage a video. There's going to be a lot of stages, or a lot of videos in this playlist. But until next time, guys, we'll do Act 3 in the next video. So until then, I hope you enjoyed watching. I enjoyed playing. Good night. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Aero the Acro-Bat for the Super Nintendo. I need to find 15 star platforms, and first I get to do this little parachuting little mini game here. It doesn't matter if you get them all or not. Getting them all gets you closer to points. Points get you extra lives. You're going to want all the lives you can get. I don't believe that there's anything up here but death. There should be a one up in this corner. I don't know where all of the secrets are in this stage. Maybe I do, and the only reason I don't get perfect is because I don't beat it fast enough. But I'll try. I'll show you as much as I know. There's one of the platforms here. 15 is a lot of platforms, and you can miss one if you're not careful, if you're not paying attention. Some of the platforms will come in groups stacked on top of each other, and you can get 3 out of 4 or whatever, and you think you cleared them all, but you missed one slightly off screen to the right. One-way gate. You want to push this cannon all the way to the right because there's a little secret up here. And you want to try to get your cannon as far, like maxed power. If you're just under, you'll still be good enough because you can do your little spin attack. Just be careful because if you touch the fire rings, if you miss, you can die. It's a one-hit kill. Man, I'm just doing terrible at this. Come on. Son of a bitch. I promise this works. Well, that's not going to do it. That's not going to do it at all. You know what the problem is that I'm hungry. I want to go to Taco Bell. I don't really want to go to Taco Bell. What I want to do is I just don't have anything to eat at my house. And there's no way I'm going to the grocery store. It's only Thursday, man. I like to go to the grocery store on the weekend, mainly because that place freaks me the fuck out. I don't know what any of that shit is, like spices and stuff. There we go. You know, it's just aisles full of stuff, and I don't know what it is, and I don't know what you're supposed to do with it, and I don't know what most of it tastes like. And there's always like a bunch of people like in the way. You know, it seems like every aisle I do want to go down, I'm like, hey, cereal. I know what's in that aisle. I love cereal. And there's always like a bunch of people with their carts just standing there. And then I'm like socially awkward because like I don't know if I should like squeeze by. I gotta act like I'm looking at something else because there's somebody else looking at the item that I want. You know, and then it's aggravating because I know what I want. You know, I want that waffle crisp, man. Get the fuck out of my way. You know, but I gotta act like I'm over here looking at like the wheat thins or something. Like I don't want wheat thins, man. I want that waffle crisp, dude. And I always get distracted by like the little things they have hanging on the shelves, you know, like I always ponder for a minute, like, do I want to buy a bag of Green Army Men? I haven't had Green Army Men since I was a kid. Oh, what the fuck? Yo, fuck that. I'm doing that again. Did you see me slide off the items? I totally robbed. But yeah, you know, and then it's like there's always like, you know, Green Army Man or something. I'm like, it's only $2, but, you know, I don't know, it's $2, man. Save a little bit today so that tomorrow we can have a lot. Now that I don't have my little my little unicycle, I walk slow on the rope, so I usually jump. All right, let's not fuck this up. I don't have to do anything. Like, it's impressive that I fucked this up when I don't have to hit a single button. Yay. I do like the noise that it makes when you pick up an item. Dook, dook, dook. But yeah, so anyway, so I don't have any groceries, and I don't want to go to the grocery store because it's like a big, terrifying ordeal for me. So I guess I'm gonna go. Get some Taco Bell, which sounds delicious right now, but it's a decision that I'm gonna regret about 40 minutes after. So an hour after I record this video, I'm probably gonna be like, "Why did I have Taco Bell?" But hey, man, gotta do what you gotta do. There's only like 2 restaurants near me, like fast food joints. There's a really bomb sushi place, but I eat it there all the time, and it's like $20 for like 2 rolls, you know, and it's just, I don't know, man. I can't do that every night, you know what I mean? That's just a waste of money. So I'm kind of running thin on options. I could get a pizza, but again, $20. Pizza's expensive these days, and I think that's bullshit. When did pizza get so expensive? Hey, this guy's a pain in the ass. It's one of the few times I use my stars. I don't have any stars? Why don't I have any stars? What happened? I was talking about going to the grocery store and shit. What did I do, everybody? Yeah, fuck it. Anyways, I used the star to kill him. These things, these ropes, really suck to swing on. It's not probably going to look like it. Like, you just kind of grab a hold. Now here, it's not like Mario. You know, you can't just touch the rope and then hit up. It's one of those games where you have to like touch the ball at the bottom. And of course they were super nice and they put a bunch of fucking one-hit kill spikes down here because, you know, why not, right? Like that's just how we used to do back then. That's why old school games are some of my favorite. There you go. So you just got to kind of like hold over on the D-pad while you jump off the rope. And then when you see the rope, just let go of the D-pad. You know, so it's like you hit right on the D-pad and the A button at the same time. And then you just let go of A and you hold right. I did that right. There's a bad guy here. That guy's a jerk. He gets me all the time. And then you just kind of want to let go of the D-pad midair when you think the rope's going to swing back. I don't know. Practice makes perfect. This is an area where it's possible that you can miss the blue platforms. I'm going to go back for them. I'm going to go over here and get this secret. Kill these clowns. They look like balloons to me. I know they're supposed to be like happy clowns doing like a cool trick for the circus peoples, but I feel like they're like, you ever seen James Bond, where he like puts the air tank in the guy's mouth and blows him up? Damn, I really wished I could think of what movie it is. Whatever. It's a shame too, because I really do like James Bond. I just unfortunately at this point in time, probably because I'm playing a game. Also, there's like 100 of those movies, so how am I supposed to know? And I like them all. I'm one of those guys. I think Moonraker's awesome. Screw you if you don't like Moonraker. It's a little goofy. Jaws has a love interest, you know, but it's fine, man. I'm a big fan. I don't know if I've talked about it on the channel before, but I'm a big fan of like the James Bond thing. Like, they don't all have to be good. That's what makes them great, you know? Woo. You see that? You know, I mean, you just keep making them, right? Like, we rebooted it with Daniel Craig, but it kind of needed a reboot mainly from like the time period, you know? We were just kind of stretching it. You know, you were kind of running out of stories. James Bond had been James Bond in this one storyline for like, 30 years or something crazy, man. But, like I always thought that like Marvel or somebody should do it with like, with superhero movies. Like, we don't need another Spider-Man origin movie, right? We could just keep going with Spider-Man. And had we not killed off the bad guys, hopefully I don't fuck this up. Cool. Fire's always scary. Like, had they not killed off the bad guys at the end of the Spider-Man and Batman movies and they had just kept going, you know, like, look, the first Batman movie in the 90s, was pretty decent, right? Batman Returns, not so good. Look, fuck it, just keep going. You'd be able to make a Batman movie tomorrow, and you would have just tons of backstory to use. You know, you wouldn't need to waste any time with like an origin or explanation. Everybody would know. You'd have Catwoman, you'd have the Joker, you'd have Sandman. I think that's Spider-Man at this point, but you see what I'm saying? You know, like, just keep going. Don't reboot the series and start over and then introduce me to the Joker again. I've already seen the Joker. I've already seen Batman's origin story, man. Let's just move. And if some are bad, then some are bad. So what, you know? Do the same with Superman. Superman 1 and 2, pretty good. 3, 4, not so great. You know? I really liked Man of Steel. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Man of Steel is an awesome, awesome fucking movie. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of losing track. I'm just sort of, I'm jumping around in my mind. But I mean, you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that there's any need to reboot these types of like comic book movies or whatever. You should just keep going and just keep following the stories. And if some of them are fucking bad, some of them are fucking bad. Who gives a shit? They're bad kind of in their own right, you know? No. Some James Bond movies are bad, you know, but we don't hate James Bond because overall they're pretty good movies. And so what if Moonraker's a little goofy? Almost died on a spike there. Just don't watch Moonraker if you don't like the goofy ones. Anyways, I'm almost done with this thing. There's no need to fall back through those. This is going to be the last 6 platforms, and there's a clown. There's one of those big clowns, and he hasn't been bothering me yet. So I found the trick is to push this cannon all the way to the right and then use just a little bit of power and then try to dive down at those guys, kind of like that. Because while those 2 clowns might not look like much, they could be a real pain in the ass if they're up there. And I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to do with this balloon. Oh, look at that. That's what I'm supposed to do with the balloon. You know, I've never been over here before, so... Oh, fuck. I was just about to say I don't know what to expect. Okay, we're going to do that again. First time for everything, right? Gonna go a little slower this time. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, at least I saved it. Nice. We're gonna fall all the way against the wall because I don't know what to expect. I don't know what's down here. Alright, I know where I'm at. Alright, we just want to get the last star platforms. Cool. Kind of forgot what I was doing there for a second. I'm like, I don't know where the goal's at. I know where the goal's at. It's over here. The reason that big clown down there is a pain in the ass is because we're going to have to push the cannon all the way to the far right here in a second. And he wouldn't be such a big pain in the ass. That's the last star platform if I knew how to kill him. But he takes 3 hits to kill, and he doesn't like flash or anything if I hit him. And he blocks a lot of my shots. Like, did that count? Did I hurt him? I don't know. You know? Let's try again. Yeah, I don't know what's happening there. Cool, got him. Alright, that wasn't so bad. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. These bubbles are kind of a weird thing. Underneath, they're just annoying because they block you like that. But from the top, you bounce off them, and it's real easy to bounce out of the ring. We'll see that in a later stage. It's coming up. Also, check out the background. People in the audience down there. Yeah, sees them. Kind of looks like Muppets, you know? Like, I feel like that's Big Bird and Bert and Ernie are back there. Oh, that was a terrible shot out of the cannon. You know, like Grover and stuff. So that's kind of cool. Makes me happy. I'd be thrilled to be a circus performer for Muppets. I want to make a Muppet. Oh, I don't know how to sew or anything, but I've been trying to come up with like little projects to do to teach myself new skills. You know, like I wired a little fan-powered car the other day. It didn't work. Well, it turned on and the fan ran, but the car didn't roll. My wheels were all jacked up. Anyways, that's the end of the stage. So I want to make a Muppet, teach myself how to sew. And I think if I had gotten this in time, that might have been a perfect bonus. Circus Act 4, jump through 25 magic hoops, but you know what that means? That means that we're going to do that in the next video. So until then, I hope you all enjoyed watching. I enjoyed playing. I love the music in this game. Until then, hey, what's up? This is Aero the Acro-Bat for the Super Nintendo, and I'm going to turn this down just a little bit there. We have to jump through 25 rings, and they're going to be just sort of everywhere. And you know what? I think I'm going to, I got to get nose surgery, guys. I got to get rhinoplasty. That's like the new thing that's happening to me. I have a deviated septum. So, like, I've always had a big nose, you know, like my whole life. And I just kind of thought, you know, it's always been crooked, and it's pretty big. Like, it's big and round. You know, I grew up with the Jewish jokes. I don't know why people say that Jews have big noses. Like, I don't really know where that comes from, but I've heard them all. Everybody in my family has a big nose. It just kind of comes with the territory. Matches my big ass dick. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Cool. That went just as planned. And it's always been crooked. So I just figured, you know, I mean, I've had it my whole life. I just figured I was probably just a little kid, and I just broke it and can't remember. You know, probably just a stupid little 2-year-old and just ran face first into a wall or something, you know. Whatever stupid shit you do when you're a kid and you don't know any better. And I probably just broke it, and, you know, you're resilient as a kid, so I probably just sort of rubbed my face for a little bit and just kept playing, you know. But it turns out that actually it's pretty common. It's that the actual septum, the little divider part of my nose, is crooked. It's just designed and built crooked, you know. Nature just fucked up. And, all right, let's see if I can not fuck that up. There we go. And apparently, you know, it just makes one of my nostrils a little bit smaller. You know, it's a little harder to breathe. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night, you know, gasping for air. I'm gonna die. This is it. This is how I go out. Tonight's the night. And, you know, I thought shit like that was normal. You know, like I thought everybody just woke up in the middle of the night gasping for air, but apparently not. So I sort of lost track for a second. Apparently not. And that's because, you know, I'm having trouble breathing while I sleep. A little bit of sleep apnea, but having a deviated septum and a fucked up nostrils definitely not helping. So what I find out is that not only do I have this, but the surgery to fix it is like super easy. Like 80% of the people have like a deviated septum, and it's like an hour-long day surgery to get it fixed. So I'm like, well, shit, man. I mean, are you telling me I've had this big-ass crooked nose my whole life because I've been too lazy to spend an hour at the doctor? That's crazy, you know? So that's my new thing, man. So this weekend I got to call a doctor and make appointments and get my septum looked at and get my shit fixed. But it goes beyond that. I mean, if they're gonna like cut up my nose and shit, I mean, you might as well fix it, right? I mean, it seems pointless to go in and get nose surgery and then have them put back a big-ass crooked nose, you know? Shit, man. Give me a nice nose, man. Fuck it. While you're in there, fix it up. So that's a little weird, you know. I've been contemplating it the past couple of days. You know, I'm really unsure. Like, am I really the type of person to go get rhinoplasty? Never in my life did I think I would be the type of guy to go get a fucking nose job, you know? But here we are. And I think that's the thing. Like, I think part of me is just like pride. You know, I don't want to do it because I just don't want to be shallow. But I mean, you know, what's wrong with being shallow, right? Fuck it. But it's not like it's just a thing I'm doing just because of that. Like, I legitimately have a problem, and I just see the opportunity to you know, make myself that much more attractive and fix my deviated septum. But I have a lot of anxiety, so I'm a little nervous, you know, about going to the doctor. How do I know that they're not like gonna fuck up, right? Like, what if they make my nose even worse? You know, what if they fuck up and they just like, you know, cut one of my balls off instead, or, you know, I don't know. Yeah, what if they just like give me some crazy unnecessary surgery? I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. Oh yeah, that. And then this floor falls, so I gotta be real fucking careful. Cool. Yeah, you know, but I think that I can't really live in fear like that. You know? that the anxiety makes me not want to do a lot of things, and I think maybe I have a little bit of unnecessary fear with surgery, but that's probably a good thing. You know, it's probably not a decision I should make lightly. Oh, come on, man. Come on, you're killing me here. Stupid. Literally, you're killing me. Taking all my life. Yeah, so that's my new thing. You know, I also don't like the idea of being cut. You know, like not even the fact that they're like gonna cut open my nose and do a bunch of shit, but just like being stabbed or like cutting your finger like on the edge of a piece of paper. It's just such a gross thought to me, you know? For some reason I can't help but think about what happens like on a molecular level, you know, like really zoom in on your skin and the knife blade and imagine the jagged ripply edge of the knife, you know? Look at a microscopic photo of a knife, dude. You'll see that the individual like jagged cuts are like folded left and right. You know, it's real nasty looking. That's my dog whining. I don't know what she's whining about. Attention. This is my little princess. If they made dog crowns, dude, I would totally get her a little dog tiara. And I've been trying to find her a collar, like a pink collar with like studs on it, you know, like all the way around. You'd think that would be like a really easy thing to find, but fuck no, dude. I mean, I've been able to find some that have like... Alright, hopefully I don't screw this up. Yay. And then I need to go. I need to be quick. I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. Oh, I didn't make it. I didn't make it to either one. That's just dumb, isn't it? I think maybe I should have landed on that first one and then walked off the edge and then did a double fly with my lightning bolt to get to the other side. I'm not really sure what you do there. But anyways, man, but no, I can't find a studded collar, dude. I can find one that has some studs on it. I can find like thin ones, but I can't find like a big fat one. You know, one that really screams, I'm a little princess dog. If she was a teenager, man, she would be one of those like sweet 16 birthday party teenagers. Like, Dad, I wanted the blue Corvette. I can't believe you got me the green one, okay? My birthday is ruined. I was like, wow. But what was I talking about, man? Getting a nose job. I don't know. Oh, being cut. Yeah, look at a knife. Look at a knife under a microscope. It's a disgusting looking thing. And then like look at skin under a microscope, you know? And then imagine like that jagged edge of the knife just like tearing in and ripping apart the molecular bonds that make up your skin and literally tearing it and shredding it, cutting through the flesh and the fat, you know, getting down in there in the muscles, slicing some veins, you know, blood cells pouring out. That's the end of that stage, though. That's how we're going to end this video. Circus Act 5. And this is a pretty cool stage because I got to turn on the lights. But as always, man, we're going to do this in the next video. So until then, I hope you all enjoyed watching. I enjoyed playing. Welcome back to another episode of, what the hell are we playing? Aero the Acro-Bat for the Super Nintendo. And this is a really cool stage. I have to find 4 light switches and turn them on to light up the arena, the circus tent, if you will. And you got to watch out for this little guy. Little dickhead. No. I'm a little stuffed, man. I'm bloated. I've been trying to eat. I've been trying to gain weight, so I've been trying to eat a lot. It sucks, and I can say that I've gone from, I was really skinny, I was 120, really thin, I guess would be the PC term, and I've gone from 120 to 135, so it's working, but, yeah, I just feel miserable, you know, I just feel like crap all the time. And I started drinking this, like, masking and stuff, but to really get the most out of it, they want you to mix it with 32 ounces of milk. Cool, there's the first light switch, by the way. 32 ounces of milk, dude. I gotta drink like 3 of those a week. I'm gonna piss a rock here real soon. I'm kind of worried. But, I mean, it does seem to be working, so I keep going back and forth. Is it a risk worth taking? Is it a risk where, you know, do I really want to pee a rock? I don't want to be small anymore either, though. You know, it's part of, you can go up here. I'm not going to do it. You just can't shoot the cannon very high because there's spikes. If you max out the cannon or even get it close to maxing it out, you just go straight up into the ceiling where there's spikes. But there's like a couple of stars up there. I'm not going to fuck with it. Alright, let me kill this spinning tiny elephant. The fact that it's a tiny elephant is really impressive. The fact that it's also a ballerina, you know, doubly so. Oh, and I kind of forgot what I was saying. So yes, what the fuck? You gotta be fucking kidding me with that. Huh, okay. I mean, he's right here, so it's not a big deal. I just really wanted that double flight. Where are you at, you jerk? It's like the easiest enemy in the game, and he killed me. Like, how hard was that? Anyways, I've been going to the gym and stuff, you know, and like I work out. What the fuck, man? Is it like, do I suck at this? I always wait for the bubbles to go right here. So I've been trying to like gain weight, you know, and anyways, I've been eating and lifting. And I go to the gym, and I tell you, man, you know what annoys me about the gym? Is when people don't put away their weights. Like, I don't understand, you know, like, if you have a 45-pound weight and you put it on the end of the barbell, we call that one plate, right? 45 pounds. And you'll go and you'll see, like, the bench press, you know, nobody's using it, but it's got like 3 plates on each end. And I just don't understand, like, who was here that was strong enough to lift 6 plates, but wasn't strong enough to pick up the plates individually to put them back on the fucking rack? You know? I mean, obviously you're able to do it, so what's your excuse? You didn't do it because you're lazy? Well, that's even stupider. Like, who the fuck goes to the gym and then decides that they're gonna be lazy? Like, pick up your fucking weights, man. That's part of the exercise. What, are you afraid of lifting weights? You're like, oh, I'd pick it up, but it's heavy. That's the whole fucking reason you're here. You know, instead they leave it, and then somebody like me comes along, and it's like, yo, I can barely do 1 plate, you know, and now I gotta re-rack everything. You know, I got like a 3-minute workout before I can even begin my workout because somewhere there's like a huge guy who's just super fucking lazy at the gym. It's so counterintuitive to me, you know, like that's the part that I just can't get over, being lazy at the gym. I can't even believe that's a thing. There it is. Cannot believe it, man. And it never fails. Or like my favorite is when they get done with their like 6 plates, if they put them in front of like the 25 pounds, you know? Oh, there's the second switch. You get to do this thing, and I believe left and right. Yeah, so it's like, you know, I want to use the 25 or the 35 pound weight, but I can't get to it because it's like, you know, in front of it is setting like 3 45-pound weights. And I gotta like re-rack all these 45-pound weights to get to the one that I need, you know, and then I end up just like putting everything away. I'm having a bad day with this like spin dash attack. There we go. In fact, I think when this video is over, I'm gonna go to the gym and complain some more about it. Yeah, it never fails, never fails. I wonder if it's like a big thing, you know, like if, like not like a big thing, like popular. I mean, like, is it just something happen when you get huge that you're just like, fuck putting away my weights? Nah, bro. Now that you're part of the lifting club, now that you're in on the secret society, you know, you don't put away your plates. You make the newbies do it. You know, is it like a rite of passage? Like, is somebody testing me? They're like, yo, there he is. Let's see if this motherfucker's for real. Everybody, fuck up the weights. See if he's willing to go out of his way to find the one he wants. It's like a fucking treasure hunt every single time I go. Like 45 pound, 45. There it is. There's the 35-pound skull of King Tutankhamun. After all these years, it belongs in a museum, kid. Okay. You could do that. Did you see me clip on the edge there? I've noticed you can do that a lot. I haven't found a way to master it yet. So, okay, so I need to use my double spin here. Whoa, that was close. There we go. And that's all that's up there. You can't go through any of those walls or anything. Alright, hopefully I don't fuck this up. Boom. If you hear me, if you hit up and A at the same time, you can like jump up the ladder. Just a faster way to get up there. And we're getting towards the end of the stage, and is it here yet? It might be. Fall through the floor. Oh, what the fuck? I feel like I got cheated there. That's totally my fault. I should have played it just a little bit safer. We have to do some rope swinging, but we're going to try to avoid it. Because rope swinging is a bit difficult. Alright, so this one's not such a big deal. We're going to get these stars. It's going to fling us over here. We get the one up. This is the one. Okay, so we don't really want to swing on this rope. Instead, we're going to do that. Yay. And we're going to keep flying over. We don't want to fuck this up, so we want to get over here. We're going to go in there and down that ladder here in a second, but I first suggest you go all the way up here and hit this checkpoint. Because if you don't get the little flying bat wings like I did, you have to swing from rope to rope to rope, and it's just not as easy as it should be, you know? Here's another double spin. Oh, I don't have my double spin. Son of a bitch. There's one down here, I believe. It's best to hit enemies from behind. Otherwise, you know, the knockback effect does exactly that. It knocks you, like, into their attack. What the fuck? Yeah, there's one over here. I don't want to lose it, though. So what do we do? Do I grab it and just not go all the way down to the bottom? Or do I live dangerously? I want that one up. Yeah, how about them skills? How about them ninja skills? I found that I really enjoy this game. Aero the Acro-Bat is a ton of fun. It's a game everybody should play. This is a great game. Sometimes you feel a little cheated because you do the wrong dive bomb. You know, you dive bomb your face into the cement or something. But you know, that's just what happens. Now that I got the double attack from up here, give me that life. Give me that life, yo. Oh. The ladder. And don't get too cautious, tricky here, or whatever. Don't get there's a wall right there. See, spiked wall of death. So I don't know. I don't know what word I was looking for. Cautious, suspicious, don't get too eager, don't get too excited. I don't know. Cocky, probably, is the word I was looking for. He's gonna get me. Cool, got him. And there should be one more, and then look at that, another spike wall of death. And you have to hit down and X, and it's kind of like climbing a ladder really fast. Like, you just have to hit them both at the same time and then let go. Because if you're still hitting it, he will, like, let go of the rope and drop to his death. And there's nothing down there but spikes, but there is something in here. Give me that life. There's the last switch. Lights up the stage, and this is the exit. Aero the Acro-Bat. Circus stage, I don't know, what was that, 4 or 5? I got just a ton of stuff. Hopefully we'll get another life. No, not quite, huh? So we're going to do the boss really quick. Meet the Stilt Brothers. It's kind of a neat boss. They're going to juggle, and then some of the pins they're going to throw down on the ground, they're going to turn into fire, and I just kind of have to avoid that. Otherwise, you just sort of dash into them. See, like that one right there. And those two. It's okay if you die, because you don't have to start the boss fight over. You just respawn, and the bosses, like, keep the amount of life that they have, you know? Which I thought is pretty cool. So boss fights, not that big of a deal, not that challenging overall. You don't have to hit them back and forth like I'm doing. You can just attack one or the other. I just prefer the back and forth method. And that's it. That's the boss. So that's the end of Aero Acro-Bat. That's the circus. That's stage 1. If I were to die and run out of lives and have to continue, I would have had to have started all the way back at Circus Act 1. But next is stage 2, the fun park. And we're going to do this in the next video, and hopefully I won't be so bloated and fat, but that's what I'm working on. So until then, I hope you all enjoyed watching. Welcome back to Aero the Acro-Bat for the Super Nintendo. This is Act 2, the fun park, I think. This is pretty cool. There's kind of lots of rides and stuff we gotta jump on, like this thing. Those teeth on the floor will totally kill you in one hit. Same deal, just gotta find 5-star platforms. Last night, though, I went and did karaoke at the karaoke bar. I mean, I didn't do karaoke. I can't sing, you know, and I just don't have it in me to get up there and do it. Like, I was thinking, I don't think there's a single song, like, even if I wanted to do a karaoke song, I don't think there's a single song that I know the entire words to. You know, like, there's songs that I know, like, the chorus to. There's songs where I know, like, random lyrics throughout. But I don't think there's a single song on the planet that I know, like, besides, like, Happy Birthday and shit. I don't think you can do that at karaoke, though. That'd be funny. It'd be nice. Like, I want to do Happy Birthday to you. Like, oh, whose birthday is it? Like, no one. It's just the only song I know. Yeah. I want to do John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Like, oh, okay. What's your name? John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. His name is my name, too. You know, but, like, I don't know. Like, and I know that you get, I know that they display the lyrics on the TV screen for you, you know? So it's like, oh, no, that's what people say. Like, oh, no, you'll be fine. You know, when you see the TV, you'll be okay. But, like, no, because while it does the little bouncing ball, like the words change color, the TV's never completely synced up right, you know? That guy was in there. Sorry, I didn't mean to sit on your face, dude. It's just, you know, hazards of the job. But the TV's never completely synced up, so, like, it's always kind of off, and that would just mess me up too much. You know, you can't just do a song that you're not familiar with, you know? Like, you can't just be like, oh, I'll read the lyrics, it'll be fine. You know, because, no, the TV's all wrong, and you know, nothing lights up. You don't know the melody or, like, the tone that you're supposed to hit. No, so, whoa. Hopefully we can kill this guy in time. Alright, nice. Getting worried. Yeah, you know, so, but I don't, there's not a single one, man, like, not even, like, Sir Mix-a-Lot or anything, you know? My anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun. So you can do side bends or sit-ups, but please don't lose that waist. That's it, that's all I know of that song. I'd just be, like, standing up there, you know, unable to sing, so, like, badly, monotonely, like, crapping out the lyrics, and then I don't know the lyrics, you know, so, like, I'm completely inconfident, so, like, I'm kind of, like, whispering into the mic. I'm not really so much as singing, it's just kind of pissing everybody off. And then I don't know the lyrics, so I'm standing up there, like, super awkward, you know, like, my hands out to my side. I'm fake laughing, like, oh, this is so much fun. So much fun, me standing up here like an asshole, not knowing what I'm doing. I'm just having a blast. We should do this more often. Thanks, guys. Real glad you put me up to this. You know, people, like, in the bar are, like, trying to encourage me, you know, like, regular karaoke people. They're like, oh, no, it's fine, you got this. You know, some people are trying to, like, sing along to sort of help me out, you know, but that's really just making me feel a whole lot more uncomfortable. Like, I'd really just feel better if nobody would pay any attention to me at all, so I could just be embarrassed in peace. But instead, like, everybody's like, no, you're fine, you're doing good with your embarrassment. This will only fuck you up for, like, most of your life. You'll be okay. And you know, some people are terrible and they just don't, you know, some people are really good, right? And no, not me. Good on those people. Some people are just okay or, like, not very good at all. But, like, I love how they don't give a shit. Like, some people are just totally fine with being fucking awful at it. And I wished I could be one of those people because it looks like it's so much fun. But, you know, it's just not my thing. I have, like, a misfire in my brain that makes me, like, way too worried about fucking literally everything, really. But especially, like, social norm situations, you know, shit just doesn't make sense to me sometimes, like, no, Dancing is a thing that makes no fucking sense to me. Like, it doesn't look fun. I like to watch girls dance, you know, like shake their hips. I mean, you know, like it's attractive, but like when I see guys dance, I'm just like, what are you doing? And I guess maybe from a girl's point of view, a woman's point of view, you know, like, oh, I love it when a man dances. Like, do you really though? I mean, like, I'm not talking like a talented like street dancer or something. I'm talking like average Joe Schmo, like at the nightclub, like, you know, 25-year-old like super hammered guy. Like the first thing he did when he got here was take like 2 shots of Jaeger, you know, 3 shots of Red shit. I was gonna say Red Bull. What the fuck is I don't know, it doesn't matter. Fireball. You know, he's like in the nightclub, hat backwards, sunglasses on. You know, like, really, you like to see that guy dance? It's weird to me. I can't let go enough, you know? There's like something in me that keeps me way too tight. I just can't cut loose and just like act like an asshole like that and have a good time. And I really wished I could, but this is the end of the video, so I gotta try to wrap up the massive hole I've dug myself into. But until next time, and the next stage is gonna be, we might do 2 stages in the next video. I don't know, this stage is kind of quick. Depends how shitty I do. I gotta ride a roller coaster. But anyways, we're gonna do it in the next episode, so until then, I hope you enjoyed watching. Welcome back to another episode of Aero the Acro-Bat on the Super Nintendo, where what I get to do is ride this cool little car. And this is pretty neat. I gotta ride the roller coaster, but as you see, if you go uphill, your cart loses speed and slows down. And that's only important because here in a second I'm gonna have to jump a ramp. And because a ramp counts as uphill, your cart loses a little bit of speed. So the game is really fairly unforgiving as to exactly when on the ramp you have to jump. You know, you can't ride the ramp not a second too long, and you can't jump too early either. You don't need to jump over the water. I just do. I think there's one more of those. 3. Okay, so there should be 2 ramps right here. So jump, duck, jump. Okay, that's like the hardest part right there. And it's not difficult once you get the hang of it. That should be the end of it. It does take a little bit of concentration. But that's a simple stage, so we're going to go on ahead and do the next one as well. Fun Park Act 3, find keys and open the doors. This stage is cool. It's like a bunch of little rooms you'll see with like key mini maps, if you will. That's not a great description. I'm not very good at describing things, but look, see, like here's the first locked door. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ride this elevator up into the first little area where the key is going to be hidden. And we're going to do this like 3 or 4 times. And those elevators are kind of a bitch to jump off of. You got to get the timing just right. And like, see, there's the key. And we get to ride a lot of rides. It's cool. We get to ride the little cloud ride. These rides are always fun in amusement parks, you know? The ones that just swing back and forth. Not so much as you get older. Man, you know what sucks as you get older? Whoa. Whoa. Oh, what a shame, man. That was crazy. I wasn't hitting that button at all. I really wanted that double thing, too, because that's how we get up there. To get all them items. Well, shit happens. Anyways, you know what ride sucks as you get older, man? Any ride that spins. You know, like the teacups were one of my favorite rides when I was a little kid. You try to get on that shit as an adult, dude, and it's just like instant nausea. Instant. I don't know what happens, man. It must like be some sort of physical thing in the ear. But when you're an adult, dude, spinning around in circles, it's just the worst. See, I can't get up there now. I need the double. Things that go up and down are pretty cool. It's weird what changes as you get older. Like, I have an extreme fear of heights. You know, and like when I was a kid, I've always had it. Like, it wasn't so bad. But as I get older and older, I guess I don't want to say extreme, but as I get older and older, I find that my fear of heights gets worse and worse. You know, like before, I used to not mind riding roller coasters. You know, now I hate the fact that roller coasters are high. And I won't let myself, you know, I talk about this a lot, you know, I have a lot of anxiety, so it's like I won't let myself give into the anxiety. So I always talk myself into riding the ride, you know, I'm like, dude, fuck it, you're afraid of heights, it'll be extra scary, that's super fun, right? No, it never is. In retrospect, I'm always glad I rode them, but no, it's never fun. And the closer you get to getting on the cart, like the worse it is. We have a ride at a place called King's Dominion, which is currently known for, like, I don't know if it's like the tallest, but like it's one of the tallest hills or something, man. And it's just crazy. That's pretty much the whole ride. You sit down, you know, you go up a big hill. It takes a while with the chains. You drop down, and then, you know, you just kind of like spin in circles for a little bit. You know, you do a couple corkscrews or whatever. But no, the ride is the hill. That's how fucking large it is. And man, I just, the closer I got to getting on the cart, like the more I wanted to cry. And I thought it was crazy, you know, because like 10-year-old me wouldn't have given a shit. The 30-year-old me is like about to piss his pants. And I just wonder what happened, you know? Is it because you have more to lose, you know? Is it wiseness, you know? Like, it's just not worth it, dude. It's just not. You know, I mean, I'm probably not gonna die, but what if I do, you know? It's just not worth it to go down a big hill like that. I've been down a big hill like that before. But yeah, so no. Okay, I thought I forgot the key. So yeah, but I mean, I always force myself to ride them because I can't give in. The one I really hate though is the one, man. It's like the new, like the Tower of Terrors or whatever. But I don't mind them, right? If you're like in a building. But we got one where you got to like strap yourself into a chair and your feet dangle. I absolutely hate it. Absolutely hate it. I don't mind the drop. I hate the going up. It takes so long to get you up there, and I'm shaking. I didn't want to do that. I knew not to do that. I was just about to say, you don't want to shoot yourself out of the cannon too high. Not for that one. You want to go half speed. Only the middle one do you want to shoot. But the one, man, and your feet are taking it just so slow, and like it slowly rotates, and it plays like this crappy, like, you know, like German music or whatever, you know, like classical German music. You know, all like in its like, you know, little Jack in the Box tone. You don't know how much higher you have to go. That was the worst spot. You know, I just kept thinking like, oh, we got to be at the top, and then it would just keep going. You know, I'd be like, oh, any second now, we're going to be at the top, you know, and 2 minutes later, we're still just like spinning in circles and rising. You don't want to be that dude, you know, you're trying to be cool. You're like, yeah, this is fun. Love this. You know, you look over, there's like a 2-year-old, you know, a 2-year-old's a little young, you know, there's like a 5-year-old, and he's like laughing his ass off, you know. Whole family, you know, son, daughter, whoa, I knew that was there. Tears are coming out of your eyes. You're like, no, it's fine. And tears of joy. Tears of joy. But I can't give up. You know, people want to go to the amusement park, and I want to go to the amusement park with them. And I don't want to be that dude that like doesn't ride anything. You know, okay. Unless 2 people are not riding or something, you know, like it's got to be even. But it's like 4 you go to the amusement park, and then one person's like, I'm not gonna ride. I'm not gonna ride nothing, you know, and then all day, out of, you know, the other 3, there's always like that one person, you know, like sitting by himself or whatever, and he tries to act like it doesn't matter, you know, and it's like, no, it's fine, I don't mind, but really, you know, you feel bad. I'm gonna not die, because you know that like the people behind, like they have to wait an entire rotation of the car, because they don't want to awkwardly sit with you, because then that like fucks up their family rotation, right? You know, and you know it's happening, and you like see them behind, and they're like asking you like, are you by yourself? Are you one, or are you going with somebody? Yeah, terrible. I don't want to be that guy, man. I got to ride all the rides. So I do, but it just terrifies the shit out of me. Constantly terrified. We got one that like shoots out of the top of a volcano. It's so cool. The roller coaster itself looks like a big volcano, and then like you hang out underneath the track, you know, So like inside the volcano, it like swirls and stuff, and then it does this giant like corkscrew out of the top of the volcano. You know, like as if you shot out the top. Oh man, what was I even thinking? I wasn't paying any attention. It's so awesome. And last time we went, you know, we were like riding all the roller coasters, and I kept trying to be cool about it, you know, but every single time we got in line for another roller coaster, like it just kept getting worse, you know, like my fear of heights and my anxiety just like kept building, you know, little by little. And at the end of the day, they're like, yeah, let's ride the really, really huge one. And it broke down. We're standing in line and it breaks down, and they're like, oh, it's going to be like a 30-minute wait. And on the outside, you know, I'm trying to act all disappointed. I'm like, oh man, that sucks. Damn, we got to ride them all too. This is the only one we don't get to go on. But like inside, I wanted to cry, you know. I had been converted to some sort of like spiritual religion off that moment. Like, oh my God, there is a God. Yeah, and everybody's, I'm like, oh, damn, dude, I don't know, guys. We're just going to have to come back some other time. It was like closing at the end of the day, so we didn't have time to do anything. That was it, you know, that was our last ride of the day. And in my mind, you know, the last ride of the day was the one that was going to kill me. You know, Final Destination style. Like, I made it. I made it all day, you know, and nothing happened to me, and I was fine. And here I was, like, 15 minutes from getting in the car. You know, and that's when the roller coaster decides to just like turn into a human bomb or something, you know. Yeah. So I was just relieved. I was totally relieved. Weird things like that happen to me a lot, man. That's what's weird about having anxiety, is that everything is like constantly horrific. You want to go down. We're going to go through this wall down there, but I'm going to go up here and get these treats. Everything, every little experience I have is just like crazily horrific. You know, like I can't do anything, man. Like I somehow, as I make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I'm gonna like slip and fall and like jam the butter knife into my eye. You know, like my dogs are gonna eat my body because nobody's gonna know I'm dead for about 2 days. Yeah, I'm just trying to make a sandwich, you know, and then you lose your appetite. You're like, I don't know. I can't eat the sandwich, now I'm going to choke to death. And of course, then my dogs are going to eat my body. Because that's how like 99% of my scenarios end. Like, yeah, then a wild animal eats my body. And you know, I think that's the difference, is that like, you know, it would be what I would consider to be a problem if I didn't know that I had those thoughts. That those thoughts are a little bit crazy. And there's nothing to be ashamed of, you know. It's fine, man. It's when you got to be worried is when you start having the crazy thoughts that like you're not fucking worried about, you know. You're just like absolutely adamant that van outside of your house, you know. Those are the ones like, hey man, you know, probably not. Like it's probably just like a thing. But I don't know. I'm not a psychiatrist. It's the end of the stage. I got to wrap it up, man. Reality's kicking back in. I got to stop playing the video game for a minute. So until then, I hope you all enjoyed watching. I enjoyed rambling on about nothing and playing. So until then, welcome back to another episode of Aero the Acro-Bat on the Super Nintendo. And now we're going to do this cool little stage. Let me kill these guys. We get to ride this cool little thing that takes a little bit of concentration. Right, that one's not so bad. They're gonna get a little harder. I think there's about 3 of them. So every time one comes up, I'm gonna get quiet. I'm gonna kill this guy, and hopefully I can get through the stage without too much trouble. I may die once or twice, but all in all, these guys are kind of a pain in the ass. Take about 4 hits, and once they start burning fire, they become fairly dangerous. One of them we're gonna avoid because he's like a machine gun fire breather. Hey, get back here, clown! What are you doing? Man, that guy, he's got a lot of ground to cover. They need to give this dude a raise. He's got to get them Fitbit miles, you know? His wife is going to be really upset with him if he doesn't get his steps. It's like, now you know what the doctor told you. I know what the doctor told me. All I did was pace. I pace all day. It's impossible, damn it. he's all mad, you know? He's like, all them steps and it didn't even matter. Son of a bitch. You know, it's like all sad, like the other clowns are like sitting around like, did you hear what happened to John? Yeah, I heard. All those steps and he was killed by a bat. Yeah, I know, and he was so young too. Didn't even matter, you know? Watched what he ate, counted his sugar, killed by a bat. Okay, 2 down, 2 down. Doing good. Son of a bitch, jumping off the ladders. Ah, you gotta be kidding me. Do the spin! Do the spin! Alright, these guys usually get me too, so I gotta be a little bit quiet. The stage is fairly easy, except for the tracks. There's just a couple of these, like, don't fuck up moments. And I believe over here is gonna be our machine gun fire breather. So, we want to avoid him. Bam, got you, fool, got you. One more spinny guy. Nope, there he is. So what they want you to do is stand back and shoot stars at him to kill him, but I just dodge him with my sweet juking skills, you know? I try to make him look like a fool. That's way worse than death. Punking him on his own court like a bitch. I think that's the way I want to go. He's gonna wish I killed him, yo. His boys are never gonna let him live that down. Damn, son. Nice. Nice. I remember when I thought these guys were hard. My, how we've grown. They grow up so fast. Okay, so this is the last little roller coaster ride coming up here in a second. But we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do this. And this is the first one of these I've seen. It's a bonus level. So we're gonna do this last roller coaster, and hopefully I don't fuck up. I've been doing good. And just like that. Whew, oh boy. There's 2 of them, there's 2 of them. It always takes me a minute to memorize to get the pattern. Up, down, up. Shit, that was it, up, down till the end. Nice. Okay. That's the end of the stage. That's the end of that. But don't go, because we're gonna do this cool little bonus stage. I know I was a little bit quiet. That stage requires just a little bit of concentration. Otherwise, you can get through it without losing too many lives. But there's a lot of enemies, and so you just gotta go slow, and you just gotta try to like remember the layout, like where are the fire breathers, where are the killer running clowns, etc., etc. This bonus stage is kind of neat. We get to ride a roller coaster again, this time at night. I like the background, you know, with the mountains and the other part of the track. But this roller coaster is not nearly as difficult as the actual stage, and it's a good way to earn some lives back from that last little spinny ride that I took, you know, where I died a couple of times. Oh, I missed that one, for real? I should be able to put my hands up, you know, smile for the photo. You try to be a rebel and flip off the camera, and then they gotta like turn off all of the screens. Then nobody can see their pictures, and then you just feel bad. You're like, oh, I thought it was gonna be funny. Instead, I just ruined everybody's good time. Okay, so that's the end of that level. Act 5, jump through 25 magic hoops. But as always, we're gonna do it in the next video. So until then, I hope you enjoyed watching. I enjoyed playing. Welcome back to Aero the Acro-Bat on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. And I gotta say that I was watching my videos the other day, and I found them to be quite boring, to be honest with you, and that really puts me in a dilemma. So my situation here, is that I want to beat all of the Super Nintendo games just for the sake of beating all of the Super Nintendo games. It's just a thing that I want to do. And I kind of thought that if I'm going to do it, I should document it to not only prove to people that, yeah, I've beaten the games, but I myself want to go back and relive some of the experiences. I want to be able to look back and be like, oh, I remember playing Home Alone. That game was stupid cool. It sucked, by the way. Terrible fucking game, but it was really easy, so I had a lot of fun playing it. So it's only natural to like maybe record them, and if I'm going to record them, then I should put it on YouTube. And if I'm going to put it on YouTube, you know, then I should do commentary, and then I should put AdSense on there because, hey man, maybe I can make a little bit of beer money, you know? If you guys can watch my videos and enjoy them, and at the end of the day I can get nachos out of the deal, you know, I can go to a restaurant and I made enough money all month to like buy me a fucking awesome plate of nachos. That's great. It's fantastic. It's a win-win situation. So that's what I decided to do. And so I want to do it for myself, but I want to make, I believe that if you're going to do something, you should do, you know, you should try your best, and you should try to make the best quality product that you can make. So I want to try to make the best Let's Plays, long plays, whatever these are, that I can. I think I don't want to do this yet. I think I do this every time, and I have to backtrack. So I went back and I was watching a couple of my videos to see if they were any good, and they were bored, and I was quite bored watching them. So I think I'm not great at this. So it got me thinking about different types of things that I should do, and some I already had known. One is that I tend to talk pretty quickly, so I've been working on slowing down my speech patterns. I get excited, and then I start to ramble off really quick. Man, you gotta be kidding me. This jump is not that tough. Oh. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so I get excited and I start to like ramble on pretty quickly. And I think that's maybe a little bit hard to follow, you know, somebody like talking a million miles an hour. So I thought maybe I should learn to slow down my speech patterns a bit. You son of a bitch, dude. I also discovered that I have trouble, this is a classic example of expressing my inner thoughts. I get tongue-tied a lot, but more so I have trouble conveying a complete thought all the way through beginning to end. I start to think about other things in the middle of the sentence, and my mind gets overloaded, and I forget to complete my full point of discussion. When I tell a story, I forget to say who, what, when, and where. I just kind of imply that you know some of the details, and I leave others out. And that's bad storytelling, and it's bad discussion making. So I need to improve on that. I need to focus more and express my thoughts and emotions more clearly, which is something that is going to help me in everyday life, regardless of how many Let's Plays I do and don't make in the future. Which is another reason that I wanted to do this, and that's because I think it's important, you know, to be a good public speaker, or not even publicly, just talking to your friends and such. It's good practice. I don't know if I'm going to get those. I'll try a couple more times. So I thought that this would be a good way to practice better communication skills. And that's one of the things that I noticed. And the last thing that I noticed is that my voice is very monotone. And I need to correct that. I need to not be so calm or worried. You know, we're going to go down here. I've always wondered this. There it is. Whoa, shit. And there's a bunch of spikes in there. Hold on, I gotta get back. I gotta make the, no I don't. So I need to learn to fluctuate the tone in my voice more to convey more emotion and more feeling. So I think I'm gonna work on all of those. But more importantly, personally, when I watch the videos, about that. I found that I tended to enjoy my videos more when they were walkthroughs, how to do things. Like Super Castlevania to me is a good example, or possibly Rambo on the Genesis, where I pretty much just sort of describe what I'm doing and give the player or the viewer tips on, oh, I didn't fucking do it. Okay, here we go. We're gonna try again. There we go. There we go. I did it. Give me that one up. Cost me a life to get it, but that's all right. But I have more fun, and I think that the better quality, I seem to get better, I get better responses from videos where I have open discussions like this. So I think that the open discussion videos are better, the ones where I just sort of rant and rave about movies that I watched or things that I did, whether or not I'm gonna like get my nose fixed. I think those are funner videos. You want to get this invincibility, by the way, because those two little guys, they'll just like hover over this this ladder. So that's why it's there. And I think they're programmed to do that because that's why they set up the invincibility. Also to kind of help you get through that section. So I don't know. I'd be real curious to see what feedback I get. I know I don't have a lot of subscribers or viewers at this point, and I may not ever, and that's okay. But those that do, you know, if you do watch my videos, or even if you're just somebody that happened to stumble across, you tell me what you prefer. Like, were you looking for a walkthrough? Were you looking for calmer discussions? Or do you prefer that I just sort of rant on about my boring, mundane life and all of the things that tend to annoy me? And I'll otherwise try to just not suck so much when making a video. Alright, so this part, kinda tricky. Not this guy who refuses for some reason to stay on the ground, but this. Oh. Okay, we're not gonna do that. There's just like some bullshit over there. It's not really important. I have a hard time with that jump for some reason. Sometimes there are moments like that in games, like, whoa, I knew not to do that too. Where, like, it's not that particular jump is any harder than any of the others. I wasn't running. He was supposed to be running. It's just that, like, I don't know, for some reason, this is not going well. This is not going well. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Run, you son of a bitch. Okay, there we go. He has a tendency to slip and slide on platforms. He takes an extra step or two. Okay, glad that horrific incident of terror is finally over. It's not that particular part is maybe any more difficult so much as it is for some reason I just crack under the pressure, or I just don't quite understand the concept of that particular jump. You know, if that makes any sense. Well, whatever. You know, games will have like little tricks, you know, like stages. I don't know how to explain that last part, but I just, for some reason, there are just these occasional parts that I just can't do. Oh, run, run. All right, I want to kill these guys because I want the points. Son of a bitch. Okay, one down. Come here, you jerk. Where you at? I take it he's in there? If you notice, the eyeball watches me. Okay, well, whatever. I don't know what happened to the other clown guy. They're serial killer clowns to me. Don't go off the diving board. Hit the spikes. Oh, I don't have the double thing. I don't have the double thing. That's what I want to do, because I'm probably gonna have to do this a couple of times coming up. Maybe I'll get lucky and I won't suck so much at this one. You're a jerk. I wanted to dive the other way. Okay, this part here. This part's kind of tricky. You want to jump and land on the platform and stay to the right. Whoa, because of the spikes. Then you want to jump and land to the left, then walk to the right. Walk to the right. jump, land to the left, walk to the right. All right. Whew. Go down the ladder, hit the checkpoint. Nice. It took me a little bit of time to figure that out. Longer than I would like to admit. It's pretty obvious once you know what's fucking happening there, but a lot of the times I was on the platform and then I would just get killed by the spikes, and I didn't quite understand what I was doing wrong. It's called paying attention, and I'm not great at it. And here, you want to go lower. So there we go. That is the end of Act 5. So we're going to do the boss. I'm going to go on ahead and fight the boss in this next stage, and hopefully I don't die too many times. I don't completely understand Mr. Bubbles. I believe that I have to hit him in the nose, and I'll know that I got a successful hit when he cries. But he's a squirrel or something driving a robot of a head with a fist coming out of his mouth. Yeah, see, I didn't get him there. This could be going a lot better. And I got to avoid the tears. So what I've found is to fall and then sort of dive bomb into him. It's a slow, boring battle, if I do say so myself. Alright, so we're going to fall and we're going to dash. And we hit the tears. And then again, dash. See, that one didn't work. And I guess that didn't work because I didn't hit the nose. That's what it looks like to me. Oh, calm, dog. That one looked like it was a successful hit, but no tears. And then that one failed, so... I don't know, maybe I can't hit him while he's already crying. I guess that didn't work. Maybe the nose has to be flashing? I think maybe that might be it. That he's vulnerable there. But not now. But now he is? Ah, that's it. I think that's the strategy. Wait for his nose to be flashing. And I find it's easier to walk off a ledge and then dive bomb. Like, I'm just falling there. Oh, I thought I was going to catch it. Nope. Should have known not to try that one. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. I'd be okay if I could end this stage with 30 lives. I died a lot more than I'd like to, but... Nice. Any second now. You could die any second now if you really want to. Oh, that was supposed to be a downwards fall. Yeah, there we go. And that's Mr. Bubbles. So, I don't have the greatest strategy in the world. I don't quite understand that boss completely, but that's how I do it. I just sort of fall and then diveward down attack into the nose while it's flashing. This is stage 3, the woods, and all you have to do is find the exit, which is really cool. But as always, we'll do it in the next video. So until then, I hope you enjoyed watching. See you later. Welcome back to another episode of Aero the Acro-Bat for the Super Nintendo. This is Stage 3, Act 1, The Woods. I just gotta find the exits, and I'm already not off to a great start. We're gonna go up here and get these stars first. Not that I necessarily need them, but they can make, there's a little secret down here. Alright, you can go in here, and there's one of those, like, psychopath killer clowns, those guys. And he could be a kind of a pain in the ass to kill, so if you want, you can go up top and get the stars and then use them on this guy. I've never really trained myself to use the stars. I mostly just dive bomb everybody. But there it is. Otherwise, we just got to find our way out of the woods. And there's only one exit, as far as I know, and the path is pretty straightforward. We're gonna take a couple of detours for some items, but otherwise, you know, you'll find the way. I do like the background. You'll notice that we're getting further and further away from the circus, which I think is a cool effect. I looked up the bad guy's name between videos, but I already forgot, like Edgar or something like that. Yeah, he's pretty much made the circus evil. He's taken over. Typical story. Doesn't matter. Pretty cool game. I want to watch out for these guys. These guys. So what to talk about, huh? What do we talk about? Oh, man, every fucking time, you little jerk, you piece of crap asshole. Is there another one? Is there another one of those guys? Oh, there's one of those guys. Let's act like we didn't see him. Okay, I think... Yeah, there it is. There it is. I feel so much better with extra life. We don't want to fight him on that side because there's spikes down in that pit. So let's kill that guy. Yeah, if we go over the edge there, it's death. Anyways, what to talk about? You know what always annoys people about me? You know, one of my bad habits is that I'm always late everywhere I go. I've been spending a lot of time thinking about that recently, and I feel a little bad about it, but you know, I can't help it. Like I feel like everybody in the universe has like I don't know how to describe it, like a thing about them, you know? Like everybody has that one friend that like can't touch anything without it breaking. And it's not that like he's doing anything to actually break the object in his hand. It's just, I don't know, it's like a strange superpower. And for some reason mine is being late. Look at that guy being a jerk. In that, like, even if I were to leave on time, something's gonna happen to make me late. You know, like that's the day there's a car accident. Like every day I leave for work, I'm always like a little bit behind schedule, just a couple of minutes, but I'm still behind. And then one day I'll leave my house like 10 minutes early and I'll be like, dude, not only am I gonna be on time, I'm gonna be there early, everybody's gonna be all freaked out, it's gonna be so cool. And then I'll get out of my neighborhood and boom, like 6-car pileup. You know, and I'm actually more late than normal. You know, the drawbridge is up or something. Man, what is up with that guy right there? Okay. Can you guys hear that? That's my dryer. Maybe it's the washing machine. If you can't hear it, like the whole damn wall shaking, doesn't sound good. Anyways, so we're gonna go to the left here. We're gonna hit this marker. So it's like I can't. It's like I can't help it. Like even if I try, but the reality is that like time. I don't know. I blame a lot of things that I have like on the anxiety, and I don't know if that's necessarily fair, but I feel like time itself, like being stressed over every little minute, is almost a waste. You know, it's not to say that I don't use my time intelligently. Like I'm always doing something. Like even this morning, you know, when I woke up, I laid in bed for a few minutes and I thought about like my daily plan. You know, like, oh, I got to do laundry. Laundry's gonna take a little bit of time, so I should start a load and then I should cook breakfast. You know, I shouldn't cook breakfast first because I could have a load of laundry done in the wash by the time my eggs are done cooking or whatever. And it's kind of like the same thing, like, oh, you know, I need to go to the gym. How late's the gym open? You know, how long do I have to go there? I gotta color some storyboard pages for a little cartoon comic book movie that I'm making. You know, just things like that. And I try to go through my plan. I want to make some videos. You know, I gotta play a game or so. But I never schedule anything down to the exact minute because I feel like that's a recipe for failure from my end. You know, like if you schedule everything down to every single minute, the moment you can't meet that minute to minute schedule is the minute you're behind, and then you're just behind. I do like this. This is kind of a neat thing. Easy trap to avoid, but still neat use of effect of the bridge. So you know what I mean? So it's like I always just kind of like wing things, but I also have this problem of like staying. Ooh, I had no idea what was down there. Staying in the moment. You know, like when I get up in the morning and I'm getting ready and like my dogs want to go out or whatever, like if it's a decent day, you know, if it's not like freezing cold, I'll go out with them and we'll just be like running through the yard playing or something. And at that point in time, like I'm just not thinking about the fact that I'm going to be late for work, you know, and it's not because I don't have any respect for my job or anything. It's just life is happening right now. And it would be a real shame to miss the actual important moments in life because you're watching a clock to make yourself be at an office somewhere. Whoa, I'm doing terrible here. I can do this. There we go. And this one, there we go. So I never do, and then I always just kind of like leave like around the same time, but never actually the same time. And then I'm always a little bit late. Now I'm lucky enough to work for a company that understands and appreciates, you know, the situation. Like they're never really happy about it, but they've come to terms with it. But it's something that I try to work on, but I just found that like it's difficult for me to do so. You know, for those reasons, like I just get caught up in what's happening. Like I want to live life right now. I don't want to waste my time staring at the clock. Of course, the second problem is, and again, because I always talk about the anxiety, I do have just a ton of social anxiety. We're just going to take advantage of that and go. And we're going to go again. Screw that guy. You know, it's that like what people don't understand is like social anxiety is like, it's like built in genetically, I think. You know, I think some of it is like circumstantial, you know, through like life experiences, but you just have it naturally. And it's like being genetically disposed to being terrified of spiders. And then there's nothing you can ever do to get, oh, we're going to kill this guy. There we go, you jerk. There's nothing you can do to ever get over your fear of spiders, right? Because it's like genetically hardwired into your head. All you can ever do is just like sort of get used to being in a situation where you're surrounded by spiders. And going to work is exactly that. Like you wake up every day and you have to go to a social situation which you find a little bit terrifying. And there's nothing you can do to ever really get over that. You can only ever just learn to put up with it. So when you wake up in the morning, you know, how eager would you be to wake up and run out of the building and rush to a room full of spiders if you were terrified of spiders? Anyways, man, it's a shame I can't continue on that because I really like that analogy, but that's the end of the video. And in the next one, we have to, quote, ride the barrel, which is a lot like the roller coaster, except I think this one's much worse. But we'll do that in the next video. So until then, I hope you all enjoyed watching. Until next time, goodbye. Welcome back to Aero the Acro-Bat for the Super Nintendo. This is about the point in the game where you would want to smash your controller if you had owned the game in a casual playthrough. It's an auto-scroller, and we are going to like roll in this barrel down a hill. The problem is that everything's going to come at you pretty quickly, so you don't have a lot of time to react as you see it on screen. You just got to kind of know it's there. So I'm going to say out loud what I'm doing, mostly for myself. But if you want to say that I'm doing it for you, well, I have no objections, if that makes you feel good. We're going to jump and get as many of these items as we can over the water. 3 we can react to. 1, 2, 3. Jump at the top of the third hill. 1, 2, 3 times. Now it's 2 waters. 1 water, 2 water. It's another simple jump. Jump at the flat part of the hill for the one up. And then it's a tall one. It's another tall one. And now it's a double and another double. One of those. There's a one up at the top of the hill. Now we're going to go over some water. All right, I'm going to react. I got to react. All right, it's one of these, and then it's another one of those. And then you want to jump about there. And now don't do anything. That's the end of the stage. Really, really short stage. Just extremely difficult. Well, not extremely difficult, but pretty difficult because you don't have a lot of time to react. You die a lot trying to learn that pattern, so good luck. We're going to go on ahead and beat the woods in this video. This is Woods Act 3. We're going to do this stage, and we're going to go on ahead and do Woods Act 4 as well. And there is no Act 5, and there is no boss, so this will be the end of the woods. It's because all of these stages are pretty short. This one we have to ride the bungee, which is a neat little concept, although it's taken me some time to understand how the bungee works. And I'm probably still going to take some deaths, but we're going to try to get through it. I'm probably going to die a lot in 3 and especially 4, but hopefully it's not too bad, and we can make it to the last level with a decent amount of lives. At least that's my strategy here. You got to watch out for those guys. They're kind of a jerk. So this is the bungee right here. I found that it's always best to wait for the 3rd bounce. So there's 1 bounce. We need that key. There's 2 bounces. There's the key right there. All right, now we're going to try to get it. And I find that it's best to kind of like swing out and then down into it. And then we're just going to sort of ride it out and try to pick up some stuff. If you want, you can try to get all of these items, but I don't risk it. And you need the key to open these gates, and we're going to do that 3 times if memory serves me correctly. And my memory, not the most trustworthy thing, so take that with a grain of salt. Half the time I can't even remember my own friends' names. I'm like, hey, you. They're like, you know, we've known each other since high school. I'm like, I know. I remember all of that. You're my pal, you guy, dude. I absolutely hate when you have to like meet somebody in public that you haven't seen in a long time. Like you're meeting them at the bar, and you get there and the bar is packed, you know? And you're like looking around the room and you don't see them. Oh, I didn't want to do this yet, but that's okay. Again, we're gonna wait for the 3rd one because the key is between those 2 walls of spikes. So yeah, 1, 2. All right, and we're gonna swing out. And we're gonna swing in, and I missed it. At least I didn't die. So we're gonna have to try that again. But yeah, you know, you have to like go to a bar and you have to try to meet somebody there, and you open up the door and like everybody looks at you because the light from outside just came in. You know, they're like a bunch of vampires. Like, it burns. It burns the sunlight. You know, and then you're like looking around and you're like, I don't see the person I'm supposed to meet. You know, and everybody's face just starts to look exactly the same. Everybody. It's not a race thing. It's a human thing. You know, and you see I got it on the 3rd bounce. Swing out and then swing in. It's a human thing, you know, and then you feel awkward because you're like standing on the floor, so you do that like, I'm gonna go to the bar first. I'm gonna go get a drink, right? It's not that I didn't see the people that I'm trying to meet. I mean, that's exactly what it is, right? But I'm trying to hide my awkwardness, so I'm like lying to myself. I'm like, no, it's cool. I'm just gonna go to the bar and like get a drink. And the whole time, you know, you like take the long way to the bar. You kind of walk across the whole restaurant. I'm gonna die by just regular enemies not paying attention. It's okay, there's some life right there. And we're gonna kill this guy because I want the points for the lives. You know, and you're just like standing at the bar and you're just like looking around trying to be cool, but now you've been at the bar way too long, you know, or the restaurant or whatever, and like now it's starting to look suspicious that you just like showed up. Fucking prick. What a prick. It's the first time that's ever happened. Man. God damn, I hate that guy. What a jerk, man. I thought we were cool. I was gonna let him live and everything. I should go up there and take his life now. Revenge. That should be the sequel. Aero, the Acro-Bat 2. Yeah. Yeah, how about this, buddy? Uh-huh. That's what you get. I was gonna let you continue to be a fire breather. Anyways, again, we're doing the 3rd. And you start to look, oh, I didn't need to do this. I got the key. What am I doing, man? Why didn't you tell me? It's all your fault. I'm not gonna move. I don't want to hit any spikes. It's not worth it. But anyways, as I was saying, now I've lost complete track of my story. You know, you just look like a jerk. You're like standing at the bar. You've been there way too long. You know, you're still just like looking around the room. You can't find who you're looking for. You pull out your phone, you know, like maybe I should text them. And you feel embarrassed, you know, that you can't recognize the person that you came here to meet in a crowd. Does everybody have that problem, or is that... I assume everybody has that problem and that it's not just unique to me, but what do I know? That's the weird thing about life, you know, is that you really only get to live your experiences. If reincarnation's real, I think at some point we should get to remember, like... I guess that wouldn't work, you know? It would just mess up the life experience if you could remember a past life. But it's just a shame, you know. Sometimes it's just like the old story, you know. How do we all know that we see the same color blue? There it is on the right this time. So that's one bounce. You know, I see blue and I'm like, that's blue. And then you look at it and you're like, oh yeah, that's blue, you know, but how do we know that we both agree on what blue is? Like maybe blue to you is purple and we've just never found out. That's not necessarily true because there are actually scientific tests with like, you know, retinas and cones, but also they have you arrange colors in order to make sure that you see the same color that I see. Did we all put blue in the same spot relative to each other? Plus, you know, just the way light works and stuff. But my general point in my nonsensical rambling here is that, you know, I assume everybody has these like, man, I'm not getting my swing on, you know? I need to swing wider. Swing with more confidence. Oh, I cannot believe I did that. Yeah, the woods is probably one of the worst stages in the game. Because of things like this. I knew not to play around. That's why I don't try to collect items. It's an unnecessary death. Alright, let's get my swing on. Thank you. I don't mind that death as long as I get the key. I could have done it without dying, but whatever. I consider a life a key, an equal trade. And that's the end of the bungee. So that's why we're going to do all of the wood stages. This is the last wood stage, but don't get confused. It's no better than the others. In fact, this is not quite an auto-scroller, but almost. We need to ride the rapids. And this is the one I'm least familiar with. So this is the one I'm probably going to fuck up the most on. We're going to see what happens. So first of all, there's a 1-up up here. We're going to grab it because we're going to need it. Jump. Alright, so we're going to jump over this and then we're going to duck. I can't remember if we want to jump or duck. We want to jump. We want to duck. I believe we want to duck. We're going to jump. I think we jumped twice. Yeah, we jumped twice. And then we jump. Shit. Yeah, we're going to do this 3 or 4 times. There's like these little courses. And jumping off this thing, not as easy, you know, to like jump over the spikes, not as easy as it seems. You kind of have to hit right on the D-pad. And like I was saying, you know, half my D-pad's kind of broke. So sometimes I jump up in the air and I don't really have any forward momentum. There's a 1-up up here I'm trying to get. And although I jump to jump over the spikes, sometimes I just land straight on the spikes, which is always kind of a bummer. You may or may not see me do it this time. So we're going to jump. We're going to jump. All right, this is a jump. Jump. And I believe this is a duck. And that's our first checkpoint. So that's good news. 1 down, 2 to go. We're going to duck. We're going to try to get this one up. We can do it. We can do it. We're like the little train that can. I think I 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 can. Yes, suck my dick. Oh, duck. Jump. Duck. Alright, jump, jump. Duck. Jump, duck. Jump. Yay, into the water. Whew. Okay, 2 down. So this third one's a little weird because there's going to be some forks in the road. And whenever there's a fork in the road, you always want to go to the left. You'll usually fall to the left, but it's kind of important to try it. So I'm going to get quiet again. We're going to duck. Oh, okay. And sometimes that happens. You fall on spikes. But that's okay. I got 37 lives, so if I can do this in less than 7, I'll be quite happy. We're going to jump. We're going to duck. We're going to jump. We're going to duck. We're going to duck. See, okay, like there's a fork in the road, so you want to go to the left. Now here's another one, and that last fork was a warning to go to the left here, because if you go to the right, you'll die again. And that's it. Okay, not so bad. It's really not a bad stage. It's kind of a lot like the first one. Like, once you kind of know sort of what to expect, hey, come on, do the cool thing. Yay. You can do it. And strangely enough, there is no Woods 5, and there is no Woods boss. So that's all of the Wood stage, and that's where we're going to have to call it a video for the day. We're going to go to the museum and explore the hallway, and this is the last level of the game. It's not the last stage, it's the last level or world. So we're almost done with Aero the Acro-Bat. It's an awesome game, and here it is. Awesome music, cool background, sweet fire. But until next time, everybody, I hope you enjoyed watching. I enjoyed playing. Goodbye. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Aero the Acro-Bat on the Super Nintendo. And this is the last level. It's not the last stage, but this is the last level. So when we kill the boss at the end of this section, it's going to be the end of the game. And these ghost dudes are kind of a pain in the ass, mainly because they walk really far and they tend to walk pretty quickly. And also, I think they respawn, like, in their starting location. They seem to have weird walking patterns. We're going to go up there, but not right away. Man, see? Things like this. Whoa. Whoa, come here. Come here, son of a bitch, dude. What a jerk. Okay. So that could have gone better, but whatever. This boiling water doesn't hurt you, so you can just jump on in. We want to hit this checkpoint, and then we're going to go back over here. And we're going to try to collect these bonuses. And hopefully I don't screw it up so we can get them. How about that? How about that for a thing? Is that neat or what? So anyways, I'm not going to get too many of the bonuses because you can see there's a lot of like saw blades and stuff lying around. I'm really not going to fucks with it too much. It's not worth dying over. The lives aren't as important. And there is a way to get past this, but you have to do it just right. Yeah, see, that was a little late. That was a terrible attempt to get through it. All right. I want to take it a little slow. I'm going to focus here for a second. Because that's the one up that I want. And hopefully, I probably won't make it back. Maybe. Nope. Oh. I'm not sure. I've only one time have I been able to make it through those without getting just completely fucked up. It matters not. Anyways, I had a cool experience this afternoon, guys. I had the pleasure of sitting down and spending the afternoon having tea with a Vietnamese Buddhist monk. Vitch-Ta, I believe is how you say his name. He told me that I should just call him Smiley. So that's what I did. Fantastic. I mean, I can't even begin to explain what the experience was like. I was super nervous. What had happened is I had just gone to check out this local temple. I guess it's fair to say that I'm a Buddhist, although I think I would be considered a pretty bad one. I own a bunch of stuff, I let my emotions get the best of me. But I wanted to go check out this temple. It was a gorgeous day, and like I said, I kind of get the winter depression. So now that the weather's getting nice, come on, man, where's this guy at? Okay, we're just gonna go for it and hope that he's not. So that's what I'm talking about. The ghosts just sort of do their own thing. I don't know if they're bugged enemies or if they're supposed to, and now he'll just be over here again. But I just went to go check out this Buddhist temple. Screw him. I'm not even gonna mess with him. And it just so happens that me and my friend we had rolled out there together, and we pulled up at exactly the right time that he had shown up. And as soon as we got out of the car, he introduced himself and he invited us to sit down and have some tea with him. And he showed us around the temple. He gave us this really in-depth tour and showed us all of the statues and told us all about them and gave us the history of who they represent and where they came from. And he showed us all of these cool relics that they have. They had a china cabinet full of all kinds of glassware and stuff, and told us all about it. I mean, it was just fantastic, and everything was gorgeous. Just gorgeous gold statues, and he showed us this cool prayer room and stuff. And he sat down and I believe, sorry, I gotta watch out for this guy. and just gave us the whole 9 yards, man, and such a wonderful person to talk to. I was so nervous at first, I just wanted to look around, and then a monk rolls up and he starts talking to me, and he's like, "Oh, you must have tea." Fed us, him and another monk, although the other one didn't say much, so I can't remember his name. He was much quieter. It's not that he didn't talk at all, he just didn't talk as much. I don't think his English was as good, and that's why he was more quiet. But they fed us, dude, delicious pineapple. I don't know where they got it. I think they grew it there, although I'm not sure how. Cinnamon something. I can't remember what it was, but it was like delicious. I mean, it tasted like candy. It was so sweet, but it was strangely spicy. Homemade green tea. I mean, just the absolute best. And for the first like 15 minutes, I was really nervous. Dude, this guy's got to go. This guy's got to go. You got to get out of here, clown man. You're pissing me off for real. You got to go. Sheesh. But he was like, cause I didn't know, I didn't know how to greet him. I don't know, like, how to bow properly, like if there's a wrong way to do it, and you want to show these people as much respect as you can, but at the same time, they're Buddhist monks, so they're totally understanding of everything you do. They let us play this big drum, this big ceremonial drum that they had. They let us ring this giant, like, Liberty style bell. Man, talk about a crazy experience to just pull back like this big wooden hammer thing and just smack it into the side of this giant bell and just make all the noise. Wonderful experience. And then sitting down and spending the afternoon just talking to him about life in general was just beyond pleasurable. I can't even begin. It's so weird because they're just so genuinely happy and so genuinely nice, and almost everything that he said was like mind-blowing, like life lessons, like, wow, I can't retain all of this in one sitting. But just a fantastic afternoon, and it was not what I expected. I thought I was just going to go check out some statues and, hang out for a few minutes. And, by the end of the day, I'm sitting there like 3 hours later, and I'm still having tea with this guy. And the more I sat there, the more familiar we became with each other. No, not in the lava. And it was weird because, like I was saying in the beginning, I was super nervous, but 15, 20 minutes later, I felt like I had known the guy my whole life. We were cracking jokes, and his favorite jokes seemed to be about how things were temporary. Like, I asked him if this is where he lived, and he was like, temporarily for about 100 years. We have tattoos and stuff, and he was asking about the tattoos. We're like, yeah, they're temporary, about 100 years or so. That's the end of the stage. I got to end the video. So anyways, I'm gonna pause the game. But yeah, just absolutely fantastic. I cannot believe I got to sit down and have tea with some Vietnamese monks that were in town, and just a fantastic experience. So I don't know, I'm at a loss for words, but that was stage 1 of the museum at the end of Aero the Acro-Bat, and we will do the next stage in the next video as always. So until then, I hope you enjoyed watching. I enjoyed playing. Until next time, goodbye. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Aero the Acro-Bat on the Super Nintendo. I want to continue my story about the monk. It's such an interesting experience to me that I want to tell everybody how it happened. So I got a friend, and me and him, hopefully I have enough time. I've always been curious. Oh, look at that. I knew something had to be there. So I got a friend, and me and him have known each other for decades probably. The problem is that every time we hang out, like we hang out for a while and then shit hits the fan. Like just one day we find ourselves and there's like 10 cops and we're about to go to jail for like the rest of our lives, and neither one of us are entirely sure how we got there, but we both know that it's his fault. and I'm exaggerating a little bit, but not as much as I would like to be. For example, one time he was staying at a house, and they were getting kicked out of the house, and they had like this huge party, and one thing led to another, and I don't know all the details, but they decided to trash the house, so we ended up like breaking the front door, and then they nailed the front door shut. So we went back for all of his stuff, but we couldn't get in the door because the door was nailed shut. So we had to try to kick in the front door, you know, to get in, and then that didn't work, so we had to like climb in through a window. And then a neighbor saw us like trying to kick in the door and climb in through the front window, so they called the cops. So when we like walked out of the house with like trash bags full of his clothes and video games, the cops thought we were legitimately robbing the place. And of course a bunch of cops show up, and there's like a bunch of questioning, and it's just a whole nightmare. I hate this guy in the hat. You know, and it's just situations like that. So it's like we just can't be friends, right? Like we can't do it. We're not a good pair. But recently, you know, like I kind of got my shit together. I stopped drinking, and because drinking's bad for you, and he recently got, like, you know, I kind of got into the Buddhism thing, and he sort of found this spiritual lady that claims that there are like basically an infinite amount of dimensions happening at once, I think, if I understand it correctly, and that some of the dimensions are more positive than the others, and the dimension that you exist in at the time depends on how your personality is, how your spiritual soul is. So if you're a negative person that sees things negatively, then you transfer to the negative dimension of Earth, in which negative things happen to you, because there's like an infinite amount of yous or whatever. And then if you're a positive person, then you travel to the positive dimensions where positive things happen, and it's better. And you know, basically what he's kind of discovered is that life is sort of what you make it. You know, if you're a positive person, positive things happen, and if you're a negative person, negative things happen. And the reason that we could never really hang out together was because I was a positive person and he was a negative one, and our energies clashed, and that's why like bad shit always happened, but never too bad. Like we actually never ended up in jail, although we probably should have. You know, so he you know, he's kind of found this like spiritualism, and he wants to meditate to help become a more positive person. And of course, I'm Buddhist, so it's like I want to meditate too, because I believe similar things. Man, this ghost guy's got to go. Come here, ghost man. And I had found this Buddhist temple, and I was like, cool, you know, let's go to this Buddhist temple. It's a gorgeous day. And we'll both meditate. You know, he'll meditate to help get in touch with the alternate dimension or whatever, and I'll meditate just to calm my animal mind, as they call it. And we'll just have a good time as friends, and you know, and it'll be a decent afternoon. And damn, that's the end of the stage. And I'd gone to the Buddhist temple, you know, because we were both just going to hang out and meditate. And that's when we both rolled up. The Vietnamese monk was there and had offered that we had to sit down and enjoy pineapple and green tea with him. So that's what we did. And I'm going to stop talking about it because it's just, you guys are probably bored. I'm still like riding the high from it. What a great experience. But anyways, I'm going to get out of the stage. Fantastic. Lunch, green tea with a Vietnamese monk. Extra life. So that's that stage with the conveyor belts. This is the Museum Act 3, the tower, and as always, I will do it in the next video. So until then, I hope you all enjoyed watching. I enjoyed playing, and we will do this in the next episode. So goodbye. Welcome back to another episode of Aero the Acro-Bat on the Super Nintendo. And first things first, we gotta kill Mr. Annoying Ghost Man here, because you can see he's extremely aggravating. All of the walking ghost guys are annoying. Christopher Walkens are just aggravating enemies. There's going to be a couple of them. And the trick to this stage is that there's these slime platforms. And when I stand on them, I'm going to automatically slide, and I can't really do anything about it. And later, here coming up in a second, we're going to have to slide down the platforms and jump over and duck under saw blade walls, which, now that I've said it out loud, would be an awesome idea for a horror movie. Saw blade wall? House of Saw Blades. You could see like this, except now here, there's just an A, but we're going to grab it anyways. I'm not going to get all of the items. A lot of them are kind of out of the way. Plus, I just don't really care. But there's a decent amount of one-ups. And I'm going to try to get the extra mans, because I'm going to die probably a lot in this stage. And any extra lives would definitely help even it out. So anyways, I was thinking, I was having this conversation, I guess. I'm a fan of heavy metal. And for those that don't know, there's a genre of heavy metal. There's lots of subgenres. But one of the subgenres of heavy metal is called nu metal. And man, let me just say right now, it sucks. Nu metal is just the worst. I think I'd probably rather listen to country music than nu metal. Now look, if you like nu metal, don't let my opinion get you down. You listen to whatever makes you happy, right? I mean, thought I was going too far and going to land on the saw blade. But I'm just saying, personally, I cannot stand it. I hate nu metal. But what I really, really, really dislike, we can jump over these if I make it, and then duck there. What I really, really don't like about nu metal is that I don't think it should be called nu metal. I don't think that that's an appropriate name. And it's not that I'm a metal elitist and you're not cool enough to listen to metal. I legitimately just think that it's a badly named genre of music, because I don't think that bands like Korn have anything to really do with heavy metal. I think instead, and hear me out on this, I think instead that it should be called new hardcore, because I think bands like Korn and Disturbed and stuff have more in common with bands like Hatebreed than they do bands like Slayer or Megadeth. And that nu metal is the wrong name. I feel like whoever named it nu metal was like somebody that didn't really listen to heavy metal and didn't know any better. Like some CEO at MTV in like 1995 was like, I don't know, a guy's screaming, so I guess it's heavy metal. I'm just sort of guessing. I can never remember these. Because I legitimately do, and for those, you should check out hardcore if you don't know it. Back in the 90s, we didn't have the internet, we didn't have Spotify. I mentioned this a lot, so you couldn't preview your music. All right, we're gonna do this maybe once. All right, there's like this little bonus over here. Did I go too far? Okay, so if I go all the way over there, right, I was pretty much there. There's a bonus in the top corner. Even if I had made it to the bonus, I don't want to pick it up. I don't want to pick it up because the bonus stage is like this tower of trampolines. And while there are a bunch of lives and a bunch of items to pick up to earn more lives with points, it just goes on way too long. I just hate it. I hate playing it. It just lasts like 3 or 5 minutes. Go away, man. Normally those guys just go away when you jump at them. I don't know why he's hanging around. He knows he's on camera. He's just like, this is my close-up. It's my big break. I'm gonna be somebody. Alright, so we're gonna jump off the ladder and get this, which we need for this cool little bubble thing down here. But back in the 90s, you would just go to the music store. Dude, this guy, he wants to be on camera, man. He's feeling it. And I would always tell, because I was big into hardcore back then, because there was punk rock, like The Exploited or Rancid, and then there's like pop punk like Green Day or Blink 182, and then there was hardcore punk rock, which was like Hatebreed, and my favorite, like Earth Crisis or Strife. I loved Strife. And most of them were on the label Victory Records. So if you went to the music store and you flipped over the CD on the back and you saw the Victory Records Bulldog, because Victory Records is still around, they just don't sound anything like they used to, you knew you were in for some tough-ass shit. I mean, buy anything with the Victory Records Bulldog on the back, and it's going to be a brutal, brutal record. Hatebreed's Satisfaction is the Death of Desire album, still one of my favorites. But it's hardcore. It's hardcore punk rock music. It's simple, and it's just like a couple of notes, and it's like, drop D bar chords, because it's based around punk rock, where heavy metal is it's like Slayer, it's Megadeth, it's Metallica, and I know that's like a lot of thrash metal, but it's metal in and of itself, and I just don't. I think that bands like Korn are going more more for the simplistic hardcore punk rock sound than they are that of the more complex. Like, you look at bands like Megadeth or Metallica or Slayer, and it's a lot more complicated. There's guitar solos, and there's like crazy riffs, and there's offbeat times, there's like 5/4 time signatures, and all of these things that make heavy metal. And plus, it's just heavy metal, man. It's just balls to the wall, make crazy chaotic noise for the fuck of it, I mean, make some shit that doesn't even... Dude, fucking die. Fucking die, you fucking prick. Man. That guy's usually not... that little genie dude, he usually just disappears when you jump at him. But I think he knows he's being recorded. And he's like trying to get on camera. He's like, this is my big break to be somebody. This is my close-up. Alright, we're gonna do this. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sometimes I can do this right. Well, other times it goes like that. But that's okay. Because this is the last slide, and it's down, up, down, up, down, up. And that's it. That's the end of the stage. Woo! And I made it through with 43 lives. That's good. I can't complain about that. So, I don't know. I didn't really get to complete my thought. It was pretty difficult trying to do the slides and talk. I'm new at this, although I feel like I'm doing better. I think if you watched some of my first videos, they were shit compared to this. But anyways, as always, we will do Act 4 in the next video. So until then, I hope you all enjoyed watching. I enjoyed playing. We are almost done with Aero the Acro-Bat. So I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Welcome back to Aero the Acro-Bat for the Super Nintendo, where the trick to this stage is that we have to find secret passages by smashing the walls that look like they're solid, like you just seen me do. Most of the hidden passages are going to be fairly obvious and absolutely required, like the one you're about to see me break here in a second. Some of them are kind of off the beaten path a little bit. I don't know if I found them all because there's a couple of items that I don't even attempt to get, so I've never gotten the perfect bonus. But I think I found almost all of the secret passages, and either way, I'll show you all of the ones that I at least know about. And we'll just, I don't know, we'll just beat the stage and have a jolly old good time. We're gonna kill this ghost guy here. There we go. Now there's a 1-up over here. This guy here, I'm going to get that 1-up, but I'm not going to get it the way you might think. When I first got here, I tried to dive bomb between the saw blades up there as they went down. I don't know if that's even possible. Maybe a better gamer than me can do it, but I certainly don't have the skill to pull it off. But it would be quite impressive if you could. The easier way to get it is over here through another secret passage, which I'll show you in a second. But first we're going to go over here to this one. And assuming I don't screw this up. Alright, and there's nothing there. Let me get out, let me get out, let me get out. Alright, and we're going to kill this little ghost guy down here because he is super jerk ghost. You can see, just massive asshole. He will just like stand on the edge. His AI is to pretty much stand exactly where you are and then not move. And you have to kill him because when you break that wall, you bounce back, you'll bounce right into the ghost. And this is how you get the 1-up. And really quick, the lava down there, just really cool looking, right? Also the faces coming out of the wall. I don't know if we pointed that out. Yeah, look at them. And the music in the game, also quite rad. And I don't know if this is a thing that I've shown off. You can hover. I don't know why you would want to, but you totally can. So there it is. Now we're gonna go down here. I'm not sure if there's a secret passage. There's not, but there is. No, there is not. Oh, I thought I had that one right. So in the last video, I was talking about new metal and heavy metal. So I'm not going to get this, right? This is one of the items that I'm not going to get. See that 1-up? I don't know how you do it. Somewhere there must be like a double flying thing. But I don't know where, and I don't know how they expect you to get that with only one dive bomb attack. So I'm not even going to attempt it. But like I was saying, in the last video I was talking about new metal, and one of the points that I never really got to clarify was that I think that We gotta wait for Ghost Man. We gotta wait for Ghost Man. He walked through the wall. Come here, Ghost Man. There he is. Is that I think that the only people that would be opposed to changing the name of nu metal from nu metal to new hardcore would be people that aren't metalheads. So I guess what I'm trying to get at is that if you listen to, say, Slayer and Korn, and it doesn't have to be Slayer, it could be any metal band, you know, I don't know, Megadeth or Metallica, Dying Fetus, Black Dahlia, you know, Dillinger, Anal Cunt, you know, whatever gets your rocks off. You know, then, and you also listen to Korn, then that's cool, right? But you're a metalhead at that point, not because you listen to Korn, you're a metalhead because you listen to, you know, Dying Fetus or Mortician or Obituary or whatever, right? The fact that you listen to Korn is just kind of a thing that you do. But if you only listen to Korn and you don't listen to bands, oops, totally missed that, and you don't listen to bands like Black Dahlia or Megadeth or Metallica, then how can you claim that you're a metalhead at all? You know, like right now you're like, well, I listen to new metal, so I'm a metalhead. But are you? Because you don't listen to other metal bands. And I would say that you probably don't like 99.9% of the heavy metal music in existence. And if you don't like the vast majority of the heavy metal music that's out, how can you claim to be a heavy metal fan? Oh, sorry, I gotta concentrate here for a second. Do not jump. If you jump there, the fireball will get you. Same thing here. It's a trick. Don't do it. Oh, well, it's a real shame because I thought I was gonna make it through that stage without dying. Not that it really matters, but I got plenty of lives. But, you know, anyways, the point is that, like, if you don't listen to any other metal bands, then you're not a fan of heavy metal because you don't like the vast majority of heavy metal music. But if you do listen to other metal bands, then you're a metalhead not because you listen to Korn, you're a metalhead or a metal fan because you listen to other metal bands. So I think that the only people that would really be opposed to changing the name from new metal to new hardcore would be the people that don't actually like heavy metal, but still want to be called metalheads. They want to have the metal title without actually liking the vast majority of heavy metal music. And I know it's like a really petty thing, but I mean, isn't that the point of this? Like, we could have some serious talks, and I probably will one day, but, you know, right now, misjudge that one a little bit. And this one, you want to jump, but I misjudged that one as well. Usually, all three of those are synced up, and if you catch the first one, you catch all three of those. That's the first time that I've ever had that happen. It's not the first time I've gotten hurt there. It's just the first time where I've surpassed one and gotten hurt the others. Anyways, I don't know. And I just think it's weird. It's just like one of those like small pet peeves that like irks me, you know? Like, look, new metal has more in common with hardcore, so it should be called new hardcore. And why would anybody be opposed to that change? The only people that would be opposed to that change would be people that don't like heavy metal, that still want the heavy metal title. And to me, you know, that's kind of like how I try to judge whether or not I'm right or wrong in my opinions. Opinions are just that, you know, sometimes there's not a right or wrong. A name of a genre of music is not really all that important. It has no real weight or value in the world. It's a meaningless title, as is the title of being a metalhead, you know, I get it. It's petty in every sense of the word, but I still think that my argument still has some grounds, and I knew not to do that. I'm gonna have to concentrate. That is the last little section. Once I get past that little jump, that little electric wire thing, that's it's gonna be the end stage goal. So give me a second here. I don't know. I just wanted to clarify that. Like sometimes when I think I have an opinion, you know, I like to try to maybe look at it from like an outsider or a third person point of view. Like I'm not saying that new metal should be called new hardcore just because I don't like it. Damn, what's my deal? I'm trying to get out of here with at least 40 lives. Normally I don't struggle this much with this. I'm trying to say that because not only does the genre of music have more in common with hardcore music, but I think that the title itself would make sense, and that anybody that opposes it has no real argument. Like, well, you know, it is petty, so what would you care what the name is? I understand that that works both ways, but you need to understand that it works both ways. Now that was just bullshit. I got cheated there, okay? That was complete bullshit. That happens in this game. That's probably, I don't have many complaints about this game, but that is one of my complaints. And I kind of think maybe it's my controller. I've been complaining about the left D-pad on my controller a lot. Could just be the fact that I got a big fat thumb, but there have been other times where I have meant to dive upwards and I have dived downwards instead. There we go. There we go. And that's the end of the stage. So that's it, everybody. That was the Museum Act 4. Next is the Museum Act 5, which is the last stage in the entire game. In the next video, maybe I'll do a separate video for the boss, just in case somebody wants to see just the ending of the game. But this is it. Museum Act 5 is the last level. There's a boss fight, and that's the end of Aero the Acro-Bat. So as always, we're going to do it in the next video. I hope you enjoyed. Oh, before, we got to check out the music really quick. Wait for it. Wait for the drop. This is such good music. Okay, so anyways, we're gonna do this in the next video. There may be one more video, maybe two videos, but we will do it in the next episode. So I hope you all enjoyed watching. I enjoyed playing. Until then, goodbye. Welcome back to Aero the Acro-Bat for the Super Nintendo, and this is the final stage of the entire game. After this, we'll fight the final boss, and that's it, man. It's game over. Another one in the books. If you're looking to see the end of the game, it's going to happen in the next video. I gave it some thought and I decided that I'm not going to do the boss fight in this video because the boss fight is kind of like a mini stage of itself. It's kind of like a whole little ordeal that'll make sense when you see it, and I don't want to get into too much detail about it now, but to jam it into the end of this video just seems unnecessary. At least the way that I try to break down my videos, stage by stage. I think the boss fight deserves its own little tutorial section or whatnot. But this stage, not too terribly difficult. It's going to throw a lot of everything that you've learned over the course of playing the game, as was pretty typical for games of this era. You're going to have an easier time if you don't go item hunting, but if you go item hunting like I do, it gets a little bit more tricky. You can make some pretty simple mistakes and get killed on some basic saw blades. I'm not going to get all of the items. Watch out for those saw blades down there. I'm just going to go for the ones that aren't too far out of the way. And we need to wait for the flames again. And again, magic guy that knows he's on camera. And these robots are a bit of a pain in the ass, as are these laser beams, which I believe should be new. Maybe they were in the last stage. I can't remember. Alright, I'm going to go up here. I was thinking that I wasn't going to do it, but there's not much up here, but screw it. Why not? Alright, and hopefully I don't screw this up. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Yay. Totally not worth it. These robots are by far the more annoying enemies. Mainly because they move so quick. You just don't have a lot of time to react to what the hell's going on. So earlier today, there was a tornado warning, and that's rare for my neck of the woods. We get a lot of tornado watches in the area from time to time, but tornado warnings are quite rare, and that was just bad timing altogether. So when you get a tornado warning, we have to take it fairly serious, because almost every single time we get a tornado warning, there's usually a tornado of some sort. And I've been lucky enough to never be in a tornado, but I gotta tell you, man, I don't know how people in the Midwest do it, because tornadoes scare the shit out of me. Just the absolute shit. And I think it's a combination of, like, one, that I don't know a lot about tornadoes, right? Because we don't get them a lot out here. It's not like we get a lot of, like, tornado education. So in my mind, every single tornado comes out of absolutely nowhere with absolutely no warning, and it's a Category 5 death machine, right? Which is probably not true. Like, I think I imagine tornadoes to be slightly more deadly than they are. However, they are tornadoes and they are deadly. So I don't think that I'm necessarily wrong. I cannot believe I fucking did that. I guess I'm not necessarily wrong in not taking them seriously, or in taking them seriously, but I think I kind of overblow it a little bit. But I think a lot of that comes from the fact that I got a lot of family that lives in the Midwest, Colorado, Kansas. If you really want to look it up, my parents grew up, my mother at least, in a small town called Siebert, Colorado. And look it up on a map. You'll be surprised at how incredibly tiny it is. And I think my cousin-in-law, if that's the right way that you would say that, owns the town of Stratton. So you might ask yourself, how in the hell can a person own a town? But when you see it on a map and you realize that there's only like 3 buildings, it's not so surprising. I'm not bragging. It's really not a whole lot to be proud of. But they live out there like in those farmlands. So tornadoes are like kind of a thing out there. And I'm gonna live dangerously a little bit because this is a cool little. There's lots of goodies over here. My dog wants out, but I'm gonna try to ignore her until I beat the stage. But we were out there one time, and out there, you live like in a mobile home or whatever, because tons of one-ups. Because it's just why not, right? You get yourself like a double wide, you put a porch on it. It's actually a decent, nice little affordable house out there in your little farmland. And I was out there, and I was at my Aunt Debbie's house, and man, just one day the sky just turned green, right? And I remember just being like super freaked out by it. Because, look, I know that I don't live out in Colorado and Kansas, but I do live on planet Earth. And last time I checked, the sky was blue, right? So I was a little concerned that the sky was green. My Aunt Debbie was a little concerned, but she wasn't freaking out or anything. So I was like, okay, I must be all right. But then just sort of mistiming this everywhere. But then the clouds formed this like spiral in the sky. And when I say they formed a spiral, I'm not talking about a funnel cloud. The clouds themselves, I do that every single fucking time. Every single fucking time I unnecessarily drill upwards there. They legitimately, literally formed a spiral in the sky. Like forming inwards with multiple circles. And I remember that really, really freaking me out. And then it started to get dark, right? Because the sun was setting. Okay, so this is really difficult. So if you're doing this casually, just do what I do, because I'm going to die a bunch here, but it's kind of hard. But anyways, already messed up. And then it got dark, and out there, when it gets dark, right? Like here in the city, you have light pollution, so it never really gets completely dark. But out there, because it's farmland, there's not another house for like miles. Messed up again. Ugh. So it gets dark, and this huge storm rolled in, right? And man, I just remember like not being able to hear anything. And I remember my Aunt Debbie like getting a little concerned. I'm gonna have to stop telling this story, and that sucks because this is the last challenge of the game. But and I just remember I remember this huge storm rolled in, and a bunch of tornadoes started hitting the area. And we turned on the news because we were all getting a bit concerned. And I remember just like one after another, tornadoes were reported like all over the area. And I was getting like super freaked out because we were in this little tiny mobile home. Did I do it? I did it. That's exactly how you're supposed to do it. Woo! And none of the adults seem to care, right? Like it's storming its ass off and you can't see anything. The only time you can ever see anything, come on, Ghost, is when the lightning strikes. And when the lightning strikes, you can see for what seems to be miles, right? And in the distance, because you can see so far away, I remember the lightning struck and we saw a tornado. And that's all it took, man. I think that one horrific experience, because this is the end of the stage, so I got to wrap my story up, was enough to terrify me for the rest of my entire life. Like, never again did I ever want to be in another tornado ever again, because it was just frightening. The green sky, the clouds, the big storm, the being in the mobile home, not being able to see shit, and then boom, huge lightning strike, and just what looked to be, to my 12-year-old brain, the biggest fucking tornado I had ever seen in my entire life, off in the distance. And as great as the story that is, this is the end of the stage. That's it. So we're going to watch this little thing, and I'll show you the intro to the boss, but I'm going to kill the boss in the next video. So we'll hold on. We'll check this out. I'll turn the volume up so that everybody can hear this. Edgar Ector's domain. Edgar Ector is the bad guy of the game. Him and his squirrel, Kamikaze, who got a game of his own eventually. Ooh, spooky stuff. Okay, so I'm going to do this in the next video. What's going to happen is that a laser beam is going to chase me, and I have to climb up this like tower thing, and I need to get all the way to a platform so that I can fight the boss, and then I get to fight the boss a little bit, and then I have to climb and avoid the laser, and I'm going to have to do that 3 times, and it's a whole ordeal, and it's pretty difficult. So I'm going to do it in the next video. Until then, I hope y'all enjoyed watching. I enjoyed playing. We will beat Aero the Acro-Bat in the next video, so good night. Welcome back to another episode of Aero the Acro-Bat on the Super Nintendo. In fact, this is the last episode of Aero the Acro-Bat on the Super Nintendo. This is the final boss fight between Aero and Edgar Ector. He's walking around in like an Edgar suit, and he wanted salt water. But it's basically what I got to do is I got to avoid a laser is chasing me. And I gotta climb this tower and avoid the laser because the laser's 1-hit kill. And I gotta reach a stopping point where I can actually fight the boss. And I'm gonna have to do this 3 times. Like climb the tower, fight the boss. Climb the tower, fight the boss. Climb the tower, fight the boss. So it's a little bit difficult. It's pretty fucking difficult. Really aggravating. So I'm sorry if I don't say too terribly much, because the level designers decided that they were gonna be super assholes one last time in the game, and that's coming up right here. This first section I think is the hardest. Sections 2 and 3, not so much. Okay. Whoo. That's one of the hardest parts. The boss himself is not too terribly difficult, as you can see. We're just going to do this a couple times. Well, we're going to take some of these guys out. Sometimes he shoots water out of his little flowers, you know, because clowns. But, not always. Hey, get away from me, you jerk. Mulatto butts. Alright, we gotta go. But that should be a checkpoint, so if I die, at least I get that much. And I probably will die. This second section is not as bad as the first. Not as hard, at least I don't think so. Oh, I knew not to do that. Get down the ladder. Shit. Go. Jump off the ladder. Fuck. The arrow, the faster it flashes, the closer the laser is to me. And I'm going to try not to go out of my way for life, but I am going to try to pick it up if I see it because... Okay, that's fine. I'll take the damage. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Oh, there it is. All right. Thing is that my thumb hurts. But I'm making good time. And all right. Woo doggies. Let's celebrate. I'm bringing on you, jerk. Mulatto butts, black on white butts, mulatto butts. Hey, come on, where you at? Come get your death on. Yeah, he's gotta go. Come on, come here, you jerk. It's pretty much just this. The boss fight himself is actually easy. It's the stage to reach the boss that's kind of a pain. I'm surprised he hasn't shot any water. You'll probably see it here in this third run up to the top. And also, usually these clown guys, not such a big deal. I mean, they're not a big deal now, but oftentimes they just sort of bounce off into the corner. They're doing pretty well with their luck. Okay, so the jaw's fallen off, and that's unfortunate, but that's okay, because that was a checkpoint, so we can go, and we can just make a move for it. Oh, this part, I forgot about this part. I'm probably going to die a couple times here, and you're going to see why. Crap. Ugh. Wow, no, save some of those. Oh, sometimes you can bounce, you can damage boost your way up there. Oh, crap. Go! Shit. You gotta start at the checkpoint again, which is unfortunate. That noise is, I believe, Edgar shooting water. Oh, come on, that's not the way I want to dive. There we go. Oh, no. It's okay, I'll take that. Shit. Aggravating. And again, you're doing so many dives to get through this stage that what I can't show you on camera is that my hand hurts. Don't mind my dog. She's I think she's like a little sick or something, man. She's been super bitchy today. Just barking at everything. Well, that's unfortunate. This is why you want a lot of lives. Alright, bounce. Oh, you gotta be kidding me with that. What the hell, man? Apparently, that's a new thing I gotta watch out for. This is the last climb to the top, though. Like, if I could get there, then it's just the final fight with Edgar. And if I die fighting him, I respawn right there. So this is the last tower climb. Did I finally do it? Yeah, I did. Ooh. Alright, we're gonna try to save those. Oh, come on. Oh, not looking good. Not what I wanted to do. It's okay, I'll take that. Come on, get on the slide. This is the... Fuck! That's pretty much it. Oh, come on. Oh. It's okay, we could save it. We could save it. Should have dove towards the ladder, that would have been helpful. Oh, not enough. Okay. So now I gotta be careful. Oh, come on, I was hitting the fucking jump button, you prick. Jump, you son of a bitch. The worst part about this is the pain. Like, maybe I'm just an old man, I'm getting arthritis, but man, my thumb hurts. Oh, come on. Ah, fuck, man. Again and again and again. Kind of a shitty boss fight. I never like boss fights in games though. Like, I always hate them. Playing the stage is fun. Fighting the boss, almost never. Ah, come on, dude. I mean, we're just gonna die. I'm just gonna take that death. Especially something like this, you know? Ah, come on. That's like not even a thing that used to happen. Like, this is new to me recording. Alright, so maybe with the extra life. Of course not. Oh, come on, so what? Oh, no. No, come on, do it. Oh, man. The problem is that the life doesn't respawn, so it's like I don't want to grab them all, because then there just won't be any. You know, like, I guess I'm trying to, like, save them until I get... Well, so much for that. Yeah, if you think you're having fun watching it, you should try playing it. It's hard to say, man. I want to be unbiased and I want to say, oh no, this is a creative thing, you know, this is a cool idea, but honestly, like, I hate boss fights, like I was saying, so it's difficult for me to decide whether or not, like, this is enjoyable. I don't think this is enjoyable at all. In fact, I think that, kind of like X-Men, that this final boss fight ruins what is otherwise a really good game. That this is just aggravatingly and just annoying. It's just frustrating. It's not like I'm fighting the boss and I can't kill the boss. I'm struggling to bounce into a trampoline, you know? Like, come on. Does the life respawn? I didn't think the life respawned. Didn't I grab that one already? We'll pay attention next time. No, I can see that one's gone. Alright, where's it at? I mean, and I just, you know, like, you can't he doesn't react fast enough and the laser is too quick. Like that part right there is just complete and utter bullshit. We got this, we got this, we can do it. You know, if I gotta get hit there, at least I could take the damage boost. Okay. Oh. Alright, come on, get up there. I'll take that. Come on, down, 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 down. Go, 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 go. We're almost there, we're almost there, we're almost there. We're almost there, yeah! Woo! Mulatto butts, white on white butts, mulatto butts. Ooh, it doesn't matter. If we die now, we start right here. That's the hardest thing. That's it. This boss is done for. We just gotta mash the nose, and we get to see the ending to Aero the Acro-Bat. The game was kind enough to respawn you here. Like, it would suck if I would have to do the whole thing over again. Come on, come here, you jerk. Come here. I'll punch you in the nose. And I have plenty of lives, so here, you know, I don't even really care. I'm just straight going for the attack. Oh no. I can only die 30 more times. And this is why I've been stacking lives the entire game. Come here. Whew. There it is. There it is. Man, my finger hurts. That's it. That's the ending to Aero the Acro-Bat. Created and original design by David Siller. Design layout Nigel Cook. Additional design Team Aero. Aero team leader Carl Wade. Richard Cow, Carl Wade, Jeff Spangberg. Darren. David. Jonathan Casco. David Siller. Justin Siller. All their brothers. Music and FX Fox Productions. Bitmasters. David Siller, he did a lot, man. Nigel Cook, they were involved. Art direction, Matt Stubington. Yes, ooh, how noble, Matt Stubington. Yes, have some tea with me. I do say, harumph, harumph. Rita Zimmer, it's like the bad guy in Power Rangers. It's like, I will destroy you all. Technical manager, Al Arthus. You could tell he was 80 years old. Game manual, Sam Patel. And the tester. He did the manual and he tested. Geoff Gillens. Thanks to Kazuki Goto On Error Goto Line 3. Aaron Berry. Customer service. Special thanks to Martha Hart. They're gonna kill Martha. Martha! Why did you say that name? Martha! Oh, men are brave. Thanks for playing. Watch for many new and exciting games from 3 and Thoft. Their S's look like 3s. Oh, he hit the ground. Do a little dance. Get your dance on. Yeah, he's got like the Beavis and Butthead jig. Yeah, The end. Or is it? I think this is cool. 30 lives remaining. I died 59 times. I used 8 stars. I did 1,615 spins, 444 drills. No wonder my finger hurts. 238 enemies defeated, 8 perfect rounds. Maybe I think that's 3. It's probably 3 perfect rounds for a final score of 249,235, maybe 85. It's hard to tell. That's it. That is the end of Aero the Acro-Bat. It's a good game. The final boss is pretty damn annoying, but hey man, you get a good feeling of relief when you finally do it. So I'm glad you all watched and enjoyed it. I think after this I gotta go do another level of another stage of Magic Boy, and I kind of hate to like say it, but I might spoil it. I think I had to get an oil change the other day, and I went to the used game store and I found Indiana Jones Greatest Adventures, so I think I'm going to do that one next. So as always, man, I'm glad you guys watched. Aero the Acro-Bat is awesome. I suggest everybody check it out. It's a pretty fun game. You just got to give it a minute to get used to the spin attacks, but super cool game. And I got to stop saying super. As always, I hope you enjoyed watching because I enjoyed playing. Until next time, everybody, goodbye.